you.
Let's go.
How you doing?
I am
We're
good. How are you
feeling the
doing?
music. I am so good. I am doing so good. Feeling the Goga energy. Goga energy.
I
I
love
can
that.
already
Go get
feel
energy.
it. So Goga, and we're gonna have to do merch, buddy, merch. We need to create you some cool merch, more
Thank
merch
you.
stuff.
Thank you. Thank
Goga,
you.
the Gogers need their own T-shirts. Your Goga members. We need merch, man. I'll help you. I'm saying hi to your chat.
You've already come in and you've already opened for me a business for Marsh. You've already Jason and Gina, how are you
We
doing?
move
Oh my goodness.
fast. We move fast because there's a lot. And we're bouncing. Okay, what happens, chat, is you don't know me, but I have a lot of energy like Goga, and we're going like boom, boom, like we're going supernova. I think supernova.
I know,
Like
it's amazing. It's
it's
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
So many nice people in the chat. Oh my God, look at all these people. Mwah. You're great friends. How you doing, Goga? How
I am
you
good.
doing? How you
Guys,
doing?
guys are going to love the co-host. She's this ball of energy, so it's going to be like this probably pretty much the entire time. So you better start getting used to her.
Oh my God, so many cool people. Hi, MTC Creative Kitchen. Oh my God, I'm like meeting people already.
I love that.
It's the music. I don't
I
know
love
about you, but music is the great like inspire. It can change your day in a second. The right
music.
music
Music
just
is
makes a
powerful. Like
huge. It is the most one of the most powerful forces we got in our toolkit. Hi, Corian. Hey, Corian.
Korean
I also
Chacha,
sing.
welcome.
Corian. Alice, you see, but my eyes are bad. You don't have an eye problem, but I'm like, Alice Waugh. I'm like getting really
And
close. I have to
you
expand my
say
screen.
you said her name very nicely. Can you just say it again? You said Alice's
Alice
name very
Waugh.
nice.
Alice
Yeah,
Waugh.
that's
Is that how you
you know
say it?
that's how you say it because I'm the one who butchers it because I say Alicewa, but everybody says
Alice
Alicewa.
Waugh.
So yeah, you
Alice
said it
Waugh.
very yeah,
There
you
you
said it
go.
very
I
nice.
got it. Alice, I got you. I got you.
Uh,
Yeah, but
love that.
anyway, I am so happy to be here, and you're looking so dapper. I
You're looking
love
amazing.
your
You're
little
looking amazing.
get up.
What time is it there? Because it looks very bright on your side.
It is 11:30. If you saw it outside, if I
Oh,
had connectivity, it's 11:30 in the morning. If I had connectivity outside, I would have
yeah,
taken the show outside because it is gorgeous today. And
I
we had
can
such bad
imagine.
storms, but it is just like a perfect blue sky. And I'm in southern Oklahoma.
Nice.
So coming to you, and
Oklahoma
you
is in the
guys are in
house.
Kenya. I'm like, we're international here, man.
It, it's amazing, and it's amazing how Oklahoma meets Kenya, and it's just it's
I love it.
powerful. And you have all
I
these
love
amazing
it.
people, like you have MTC is watching us from Jamaica. KM Jamaica is there.
Oh my God.
She did a very beautiful live stream the other day. Margaret Odira is here in Kenya waiting for, she's trying to really push her watch hours. How you did, Margaret? Aliswa is watching us from Madrid, but she's originally from Kenya.
Madrid. How
Yeah,
cool.
Madrid.
Oh,
Madrid. You have Kisha who is watching us from, South Carolina. Kisha H is there, one of
oh,
my best.
Keisha.
Yeah,
Hi,
Kisha
Keisha.
is there.
And that I got married in Jamaica, so I have to say, KM Jamaica. I got married in Negro.
Wait.
That's
Back up. Wait, what?
I got married in Jamaica. My husband and I went to Negril to Jamaica, and you see to KM Jamaica there. And I wanted to say hi to
Wow.
KM Jamaica because I got married in Jamaica, and we
Oh
got
my
married in
goodness.
Negril. It was so awesome, and I saw Jamaica. It's like we got three little birds. It's our song. Yes, we got married in Negril. It's gorgeous there. It was
I love it.
gorgeous.
You
So
see,
again,
you
look at
already
all the connections. We're
yeah,
everywhere.
look at that. You've already got just like that. You've gotten just like that. You've gotten already like some support from Jamaica because on the virtue of
Jamaica, man.
Jamaica,
We're
yeah.
jamming. We're jamming on a
And then
Sunday service. Don't
yeah,
get me
and then
singing because it won't work.
and then you have Jason and Gina all the way from New York. Thank you
New
so much,
York
JNG.
City.
Nice to see. New York is in the building, I tell you.
Oh
And
my
then
God, New York City.
Kuwait. Oh, Kisha corrected me. North Carolina. Why? I don't know. Why was I thinking of South Carolina?
Where
North
are you,
Carolina.
Keisha?
Yeah, it's North Carolina. North Carolina. Let me get
Oh,
that correct.
South Carolina. We're all good, and I'm here in like southern Oklahoma, but I have a lot of friends in North Carolina and South Carolina.
Yeah, and you have Rebecca Le Prince, my amazing sister from Congo. But
Congo, really?
Congo, but she lives in the
Congo.
United Kingdom with the
That's so
family.
cool.
It's amazing. And then
Very
you have
cool.
Dida. Dida is watching us from Kuwait. Kuwait is
Oh my goodness.
that rich country. That rich country. It's one of those rich countries.
I love it. Yeah, I know Kuwait. It's so cool. I am, it's crazy how this platform allows us to be in all these different places. You know, usually I get a lot of people from the United States and some from UK, some from Australia. But this level of, think of the ripples you make, right? Think about those ripples going international. Ripples, it's like every action you take impacts somebody else, and that impacts somebody else. And we're in this little place, this little digital place, touching all these people. And it's like the possibilities that can come from that are mind blowing because it's a ripple. We're all
And
water, and it's just rippling through. So
And
I love it.
speaking of ripples, everyone is already like loving your energy. I told you guys, I told you Akashi is amazing. I told you on the chat one day that the day she comes on the panel, you guys will just be, I mean, she can take over the show for all I care. I could have even left
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because, oh my God, you guys, I watched this guy do yoga and I'm like, I would break. I am old and I am not flexible. And I watch him and I'm like, oh my God, he's on his head. How? I can like barely like touch my foot. And here she is. But you're an inspiration because you're like got you can go from Zen, very meditate, you know, in a very meditative state, very in the moment, to high energy and wearing the glasses. I love your sunglasses that you put on every once in a while. You're like, bring it on. So I got new terrace. Gardening. I need gardening help, man. I need some gardening help.
Do you do some garden? Do you like have a kitchen garden outside there?
Well, okay. Fun fact. This is like an embarrassing confession. So I moved from the city to from North Dallas to Oklahoma, and I don't have the green thumb. You know, so the other day I'm like, oh, I'm totally gonna like build a little garden. Hey, why didn't I get cucumbers, right? And I get the little seed pack, and I get a pot, and I rip my little seed bag, and I go like Emerald, boop, boop, boop. Let's just sprinkle all the seeds in one pot and put the dirt on it. I planted enough cucumbers for like an acre, probably, in one pot. Goga. My friend is like, sweetie, you were supposed to put one seed. And I'm like, oh my God. I did that with tomatoes. I did that with cucumbers. Now I have to split them. They're growing, but they're like all crammed. Like, they're all crammed because, I don't have the green thumb.
Then clearly you need a new terrace gardening in your life for sure.
Please, the gardener. I know. I was like, wait a second. Where's the gardening channel? I need your help. I need help with gardening and chickens because now I want to get chickens. Like, Goga the brand. Goga should be like a fragrance. Goga.
Ooh.
Take a spray of Goga. Goga the fragrance. If Goga could be a fragrance, and it's like every morning Goga. Psh, oh yeah, I'm feeling zen because I've got Goga. Psh, merch, baby, merch. We are gonna get you some merch.
Guys, this coast is crazy, but I love her for it because we didn't even plan this, and she's already like, I don't know how many ideas has she dropped. I mean, it's barely 15 minutes since we started the show, and she's already dropped.
Goga the cologne. Goga vitamins. Goga in a bottle. Drink it. Chug a Goga. Coca-Cola.
Fred Dangote, welcome. Guys, let me acknowledge Fred Dangote. Fred Dangote, are you there yet? Fred Dangote only needed 22 WH, guys, to get his full monetization. Only 22 watch? Only 22 watch hours. Wait, I want him to confirm because that was as at 2 days. That was as at 2 days ago. So I want to confirm.
We need confirmation. Confirmation, Fred.
Fred, confirm. Yeah.
Confirm. We need confirmation.
Yeah, Fred,
we need confirmation. I'm going into robot. We need confirmation. I have no idea where that came from. We have Goga the fragrance. Oh my God, Goga aftershave, Goga Cola, Goga the fragrance. We have an entire collection. Goga the bobblehead, where we have him with the glasses, and it's like a bobblehead of Goga. I am like, I'm taking your place. I'm in marketing, by the way. One of the few known facts. So I'm actually a nerd in IT that works with marketing people. And I work with like the marketing engines that figure out how to get people to, take the customers through the happy path. So that's what I do. So I can't help but come up with I think Goga Cola is magic, KM Jamaica. I really agree. They're going with Goga Cola. 1 hour with me. Oh my God, he needs 1 more hour. Fred, we got confirmation.
He's at 3,999.
We need, oh my God, you guys, please, somebody go watch Freddie. We need to watch Fred.
Let it run.
Yes, please, just get him there. By the end of the show, we're manifesting this. There we go. We're going to manifest that Fred is going to hit his threshold in a few minutes. Probably not even end the show. It's going to happen in the next 10. It's happening. It's happening for you, Fred. It's happening. That's what we do here at Goga. We make your dreams come true. All your dreams can come true when you come to Goga. I'm trying to point in the right direction because you know how StreamYard flips it. So I don't know if I'm like Goga. Megan and hey, Fred's there. Jason, Gina, Goga Aid. Yes, the healthier version of Goga Cola, Goga Aid. Drink it like Kool-Aid, man. You like the Kool-Aid man, but instead of the Kool-Aid man breaking through the wall, it's you, Goga. You're breaking through the wall with your can of Goga Aid. I'm sorry. I'm gonna slow it down.
No, I love it. I love it because the first 15 minutes we normally need that that energy because
to warm up. This are calisthenics. This are calisthenics. Warming up.
Helen Akoya, welcome. Nice to see you, Helen. Oh my goodness. Fred only needs 1 hour. It's gonna happen.
Come on, Fred. We are around Fred. Hands around Fred. Hands around Fred. Go get Fred. We're going to get you there, Fred. Genesis 1. Hi, Genesis 1.
Genesis 1 is watching us from Canada. She's amazing. I just got to connect to her. I just got to connect to her I think it was 3 weeks ago thereabout. And she came on my panel. I was having this event on Wednesday, and she came on my panel, and I was sleepy. I was half asleep on the live stream.
Oh no!
And it was so amazing. And she came and gave her congratulations and everything. And then we raided her channel. You remember when you raided your channel, Akashi?
Oh my God, I cried. Yeah. I cried, you guys. You guys raided my channel. I'm like, I have people. Because I'm not real popular. I don't know why. Shocker. So I'm like, when you guys popped in that day, I was like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. I got so many people in the chat. I had 50. I didn't know what to do with myself. So, I got really nervous. But Goga Fragrance has now made it in the chat. Goga Fragrance is an actual...
Akashi, you need to stop giving people this idea. Somebody went and created a channel and now it's called Goga Fragrance. We have, seriously guys, really? This is what I have to deal with on a
the president. Goga 2024.
Big Chill, nice to see my brother. Big Chill is also my amazing master. You and Big Chill should hang out on the same panel, Chris. Because you and
we should. That'd be cool.
He's not a content creator, but he supports and he really knows how to hype you until you like, yo, perfect market, the
Oh,
perfect
cool.
marketer that you need. The
Marketing.
perfect
We need
yeah,
marketing
marketing.
people in this team because, of course, we're going to have to man this merch store for Goga because now this is becoming like a whole, it's taking off. There's going to be like Goga University, like real buildings. Yeah, we're taking it all the way. Helen, I've seen Helen before.
Yes, Helen is
And
like
Rebecca Cam, the friends.
yeah, Ellen is the managing mod, so Ellen is the police. So she has to like
The
make sure
police
that the chat, yeah,
breaking the
the
law.
chat is.
Don't break the law.
And then,
Oh my God.
And then of course, Rebecca Lepris, of course, Rebecca is crazy. Rebecca is the person that anytime I see her on my live stream, I have to watch her because I don't know what she's going to say next. So
that sounds like my kind of girl right there.
yeah,
that sounds like somebody that I know. I think I could do that. It's like you never know what she's gonna say. So, Fred, keep updating us. Keep refreshing that screen because this has turned into a telethon for Fred. For getting Fred his watch time.
But I can't believe somebody went and created a channel called Goga Fragrance. Like this,
and it was like that. And it is. They're like engaged. Goga Fragrance is throwing down the emojis. If we were tuber chat, Goga Fragrance would be winning. The wheel, tuber chat when you get the most activity is by Kevin. The most activity comes to us by Goga Fragrance. Goga Fragrance. When you have to make a statement, when you walk in a room.
Ooh.
Goga Fragrance. I'm doing your commercial too. I will direct your commercial like Spielberg, man. There will be aliens coming down, putting on Goga Fragrance.
Okay. No, it's okay. I like the first idea. Go easy on the aliens. The fragrance.
Fragrance. Like cosmic. Anyway, I'm sorry. We're like just going on and on these bits, and this wasn't even what you were gonna do.
I know it's amazing, but it shows like it shows the energy, it shows the awesomeness on it, and I love it. And thank you so much everyone for joining the Sunday service. It is such an honor to have each and every one of you here. It's not something we take for granted because getting everybody to come here on a Sunday and hang out is not something that you take for granted. I'm very honored that out of all the places you could have been, you could be attending to your family on a weekend. You chose us. You chose me and Akashi. And
I know
we're going to do as much as we can just to make sure that you guys at least have an amazing time for the next 2 hours or so that we'll be here. And then then I can let you guys go about your day and your business. And then if you don't have Akashi, let me tell you a secret. She's been struggling to get to 800, and I was looking at that and I was like, 800? What is 800? So I've pinned the link there. If you love the energy, if you love her awesomeness and craziness, there's a pinned link there. Make sure that you have a device there. Go pick one video there. Make sure you connect to her. So that
you check it out. They're really fun. I do different things. So I try all kinds of, I'm all about high strangeness, but I do it with a pop. My idea is that a casual person that asks questions about high strangeness can, oh my God, it's Dave Hunt. I love David Hunt. I've met Dave Hunt. We've been in chats, obviously, but hey, I want people to find it and be casual,
Chris, one question. No. What is your opinion on okra? And be very careful.
Okra, the vegetable?
Okra. Yeah.
Okra, like the vegetable okra?
Yeah, which other okra do you know?
I don't know. I thought maybe it was some deep philosophy you were throwing the red on. Okra, I believe in okra. Okra and I were friends. No, I'm not a fan. Am I gonna get in trouble here? I'm not a fan of okra.
What does that mean? Can you explain?
Okra, you're talking about the stuff that you put in the stews, right? Okra. OKRA. Why?
Yes,
it's not like I go, it's kind of like fennel. I think fennel's cool, but do I go search for fennel? No. Okra, I'm just okra. I'm not a fan of okra. Is that going to make me really unpopular? Should I be like more politically correct?
Let's just start the interview. Moving on swiftly.
Oh no, I am so much trouble. Because I don't like okra. That was the last question I thought I was going to hear today. I wasn't prepared. Like, I feel like I needed to be like in a debate prep, like the politicians. It's what are you going to say if you're asked about okra?
Yeah, you should have gotten your handlers to actually tell you
I'm like,
about okra.
can someone tell me? Okay, I think I saw one of my friends on the chat. Was that Stargazer Cindy? Can I say hi? I think I saw her. Maybe not. I'm blind. I thought I saw her there. If you're there, Cindy, hi. If not, sorry, Cindy. I thought I saw. Oh, there she is there.
Yeah, she's here. Cindy's here. Cindy's here. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Cindy, for coming in. Thank you so much, Cindy, for coming in.
Cindy and I went to Roswell together. We went to the conferences. We hung out with the guys from Ancient Aliens from the shows. There we were like buddies with David Childress, and she was so good. She was like finding people for us to talk to. We left conferences, so that's my buddy. So anyway, it is your show. It is your show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for bringing your buddy here. And we have a raid. Akash, we have a raid.
Wait,
we got
a raid by who?
We got a raid from Henry Bestline. Henry!
Oh my God, we're raided. What do I do when there's a raid? I probably should not scream like that. That's probably what I should not do. But oh my God, it's a raid!
It's a raid! We got a raid!
It's a raid! Hercules!
Thank you so much, Henry, for the raid. I'm waiting for the captain to land so that we can thank him. I'm waiting for the captain to land so that we can.
Oh my God!
So,
look at all these people. Henry raid. Henry Bestline raid. Henry raid. This is crazy.
Amazing.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
hello, Raiders. Hello, Raiders. Welcome. Welcome to Goga.
Okay. Bestline.
That is so nice.
That is so nice, because he literally he finished his live stream and he just threw people to the Sunday service instantly. It's just
powerful. God.
It's powerful.
I feel so good. It feels special when like people do that. There's something about being rated that just feels like, like somebody comes by, there's just something really cool about that. It gives you the little feels. It gives me the feels every time. I get the feels. So when I get the feels, I'm like, ooh. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. I cry. I'm an emotional person. I am. And that's okay. It's okay to show emotion in this world. You don't have to be robots. We got enough of those. So Wanga Lady Official. Wanga. Hi, Wanga.
Hey, Wanga.
Say hi.
Wanga Lady. Why Wanga Lady is now going to get overexcited on the chat because you said hi to her.
I love people. I love the fact that I don't even know where the people that I'm talking to, where some of them are. I just find that so fascinating. We all bring such different perspectives. Yet, man, when I met you, and I can't remember where, I think it was Tuber, was the original time that I probably met you, and somebody told me to come to you, and I went to your channel, and it's like, you vibe, right? You're like, man, this guy, I don't know how to do yoga for anything, but I'm like, I gotta watch this guy. And it's like, I just come back and you're such a breath of fresh air. When a lot of times there's a lot of craziness going on out there. People, the energies aren't right. You had the eclipse. People were just going, wow. And, but coming to your channel, I always says like, I'm going to go get my Zen time on Yoga with Goga and just pick up some of that positive energy. Cause I totally believe you pick it up where you go. If you go to a place where there's negative energy, even if you don't mean to, you could pick it up by proxy. But when you go to places where there's such positive, like you having your show and the people on your chat, it's like you pick up that positive energy. It's just helps balance out the uglies out there, Yeah, it's nice. And you created this as your group. This is so awesome. So I'm just glad you asked me.
Now I want, and I'm so honored that you are a very busy woman to get, and I'm glad that eventually the universe opened that opportunity, and this was the best day that it could have done this for made this happen. I want to give a special
Okay.
welcome to Holidays Without Passport. I met Holidays Without Passport this morning at JD, and
Oh, cool.
Without Passport is from India, and I think they are on the road to 200 subscribers or something. It's still a growing
Cool.
channel. So, and it was nice, and he's a very kind man, and I like how respectful he was on that live stream, and let's get guys, if you have an extra, just go that extra mile and let's
Go
help
check
this
him
man
out.
get there. Yeah,
I'm gonna check
check
him
them
out
out.
after
Give him,
this.
yeah, check him out. Give him that support so that he can get there. And I also want to give a very special thanks to our raider Henry Bestline. He had a live stream
Yes.
just like a couple, I think, before he came here, because I was on his live stream before he came on my live. Thank you so much, Henry Bestline, for really taking us through that. He's visiting home. And so he was there. They were having his mother is celebrating 80 years. Can you imagine, Chris?
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So Henry's mom
Party.
yeah, there was a party, and all these people were there, the kids, the siblings, the grandkids, and the woman doesn't look a day over 50.
I was gonna
And
say,
she's
okay,
80. I was shocked.
80 is the new 50. And I said like maybe 55. It's like 80s becoming like the new 55. 70s is
Yeah.
becoming kind of the early 50s. You see people. I don't know if you look at all the historical pictures of people like teenagers back in the day at our age. Every time I look at somebody, they look about 20 years older than me, and they're probably 10 or 20 years younger than I am. And it's just like the look over time. People, it's like now everybody just looks younger. And it's also how you carry yourself, right? The energy. She's probably really high energy, kind of a go-getter. She's gonna party.
Yeah,
You can't
she's
keep
high
an
energy.
80-year-old down.
Yeah, she's high energy, and I was surprised because they had a chef invited for they had a chef doing all those things, and it was just a nice
That's
hangout in the
nice.
village and everything. And she's very busy helping, and I'm like, this is an 80-year-old, and we kept on telling Henry, you're lying to us. Your mother is not 80. Because she's very high energy, energetic. She's all over the place. She has a very strong gait, and
Mm.
she's walking very upright and everything.
Like she doesn't need help or anything. She can
doesn't need
probably
help
outrun
and
us.
everything. Yeah, so it's amazing. Henry, I wish your mom more years on this earth.
Yes.
It was such an amazing, and thank you so much for sharing that with us, because that was a very real version of you. It was his nephew taking us to where Henry grew up, and it was just amazing. It was just amazing. Yeah.
That's special. Those moments that let you know what type of person the people are. It's like what they're made of. I love it. So thank you for sharing that, Henry, and thank you for coming here after. That was so nice.
Yes.
Look, there's Priscilla updating TV show. Hi, Priscilla.
Yay, Priscilla! Welcome. Priscilla is my amazing sister, and thank you so much, guys. I love all the co-hosts. Chris is very good at picking up these things. Priscilla is my amazing sister. I've known her for like a while, and she just left Saudi Arabia after 10 years. She's back home.
Wow. Oh, that's cool. She's back home. Yay!
She's back home after 10 years.
So nice to meet you all. Yeah. So nice to meet you. Oh my God, let's keep my Goga fragrance new baby in my pocket.
Yeah. And Jerry
We've
Kimani,
totally made you happen.
Yeah, Jerry Kimani, how are you doing, Jerry Kimani? Welcome. Jerry Kimani, I hope your kid is doing well. Jerry Kimani has not been very active because she had a family emergency to attend to. But I hope things are getting better. Jerry Kimani.
I'm hoping.
Welcome.
Sending you good vibes for everything to go good.
Yeah. Genesis 1,
Sorry.
Genesis 1, I have receipts on Genesis 1. So I sent Genesis 1 a raid, when was it? On Friday, when I was finishing my spontaneous live. So Genesis 1 was trying to fix a camera. Like, I think she has bought this new, camera and everything. So she was trying to fix a camera for her live stream. And then we sent the raid there, and the camera was just
was it like a test?
Out of her. So,
was it like a test stream?
Yeah.
Was she? Oh my God!
It was like a test. It was like a test stream. But eventually, I'm glad that the community came through. The community came through. The tribe came through and gave her that bit of support. She's a sweet lady, and I love her. She's, she has that Canadian thing going on, and it was just amazing. How she was getting worked up with the camera, but eventually, it was just the lights. And I remember cracking a joke on her live stream and saying, "And there was light." Because
it was like, oh, should have done the sound effects. Oh, it was like,
Chris, you're a mess. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Yeah, like
it's angels. It's angels. We'll go there. I'm so sorry. I derailed your Sunday service into something else. I can't be taken anywhere.
Oh my goodness. This is so funny.
I can't be seen in public.
Isla Sister says,
oh my God, I love you guys. Flo and Ted. Ted and Flo. Flo and Ted. I love to do that whenever I see Flo and Ted and Ted and Flo. I sing like a whole Flo and Ted song. Flo and Ted. Flo and Ted. Flo and Ted didn't know. Ted and Flo. Watch out. It is Ted and Flo.
So Chris, let me tell you something about Flo and Ted. I normally when I go to their live stream, it's a couples channel. So you have the husband, you have Flo, and then you have they have a little kid who is 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, I always dread chatting on that live stream because the 5-year-old knows me. And anytime I walk into that live stream, go guys here, go get the president, go guys, leave no one behind. And she just goes on a whole rant. So anytime I walk into Flo and Ted's live stream, I have to warn the mom. I have to check, is the kid there? Because if the kid is not there, just tell, please don't show your son. Please don't show your son your phone or anything because I can't handle that cuteness overload.
It's like, go get president! Go get the president!
And she go,
I love it.
And it's amazing how he says everything I normally say on my live stream. Leave no one behind. The entire works. He knows my scripts. He knows my scripts.
Oh my God.
To the last one. I was like, oh my goodness, no.
That is cute. You got a little fan. You got a super fan. And he's like wants to be Goga when he grows up. That is so cool. That is so cool. You're like inspiring, man. It's like I think it's funny.
Love that voice.
I can't. I wish I could see that because if my pets come by, I don't have any kids here today, but if my pets come by, I'll put them on screen. But they're buttheads. They probably won't come by. They're sleeping. They're just like, I don't want to be on camera. I don't get up for less than 100. It's like they're like that.
Your pets have a name in your policy?
Yes. They're like, I cannot be seen. I cannot be seen on camera. Poor people is like, okay, the topic of this show was supposed to be mental health, but I think it's funny because I think my guides took over because one of my mantras is laughing is the best thing for you. When things are bad, and something funny happens that just takes that moment away from that darkness. And I wasn't meaning to do just crack up, but it's just something that happens naturally because you and I are both really high energy. But yeah. I totally believe that it's the laughter. It just like takes the pressure off and it allows you to put things in perspective, so I think that's how this is all coming together somehow. It's just the guys got in there. They're like, yep, sparkles, sprinkles. All my stress, you must go in Jesus' name. Anywhere, anytime. Let's read this. It's about, this is so cool. Anywhere, anytime. Yeah. That is so nice.
And I love that. Everyone is just piggybacking on that statement you just made, and even just says laughing is the best medicine for a stressful situation.
Think about those moments when things are looking really, really bleak. And things happen in life, that you can't control, that you don't cause, but they happen. and and some are very, very sad. But it's that crazy moment when you finally can laugh again. That one moment when you get that moment of laughter and it's like, hey, it's gonna be okay. It almost tells you,
Yeah.
it's like saying, giving your mind and your body a break to say, you know what, it's gonna be a roller coaster like this the whole time. Life is a roller coaster. It's like you're buying the funnel cake, you're getting on the ride, but guess what? You're not getting off. You just keep going, wee, wee. So, and that is probably what this show feels like today. Roller
It
coaster,
feels, yeah, it feels like,
roller
and I and I
coaster.
and I love it because, yeah, because that's also like, it's also that's also energy, that's also energy. And I mean, speaking of that, I mean, let me just introduce
Mhm.
people, guys. So with me on the panel today is Chris. I mean, we just went on there, like, we even did, like, I mean, who cares about
Just,
formalities anyway? Yeah, it just
mhm.
went on. So yeah, so please introduce yourself to this beautiful community. I know they do see you on the chat a lot, and I always light up anytime you come on the chat, and they're like, oh, who is this person that Guga just like screaming, her name when she comes on the chat?
I'm like,
Yeah,
go
I
there.
know. I'm like, hey, Akashi, how you doing? How you doing? Like, it becomes like a
Exactly.
whole thing. So
Oh
please
my
do
God.
please do
Yeah. Let
introduce
me,
yourself in the best way you know how.
yeah, let me explain this madness. So my name is Akashi Chris, and I go by. Um, I am actually I'm from Puerto Rico originally. I will know.
No way.
Spanish is my first language. Yes, I moved to Texas when I was 17, and I'm a computer nerd. I'm one of those people that I code, I move data from here, and I put it over there, and then I take it from there and put it over there. But it just so happens to be with marketing people, so it's always been like I like technical people usually don't get along with the blue sky idea folks because they're very different, right? One's analytical, they're like, we can't do that. And one's like, but why can't you? I've always kind of served in the middle. I'm like that weird person that belongs to both. And I love the marketing people, but I love the analytical side. So that's what I do for a living during the day. And then I, little known fact, I'm petrified of talking in public. That was one of the things that I challenged myself with my YouTube channel when I got inspired. Um, Somehow, I think it was during pandemic, and I lost my dad, and after
Oh,
I lost
sorry.
my mom and my dad, kind of back to back within a year. And my mom was really religious, and my dad was really like spiritual. And there were so many things I didn't know until he passed. And sometimes I feel like he went like this and sprinkled stuff on the way out because I started becoming obsessed with the things he liked and not even knowing he liked them, like oracle cards and like wondering about more esoteric concepts and uh,
Yeah.
not putting God in a box, just like looking at spirituality in general. And then I've become obsessed with UFOs. I'm like, then all of a sudden somebody asked me to co-host on a YouTube show. It was crazy
Oh.
because I was like just putting stuff on Twitter, and this channel that had a lot of subs asked me to like become part of their team. First they asked me as a guest, then they kept me. Then I'm like, you know what? I want to do something for me that's like creative without rules and just kind of do my thing, and that's how my channel started. And it's my journey. And I hope, because I'm not an experiencer, I haven't seen a UFO myself, but you do enough research and you start to wonder, it's like, are things around you really what you see? I'm convinced that we only see a very small part of everything that's around us. And
Yeah.
I became really interested in like studying that and looking at past lives, cryptids, people that go missing. From all the stories kind of go together. UFO sightings, places of high energy on Earth. Like ancient civilizations. You've seen what's out there. I'm sorry, archaeologists try to explain it and they explain it away, but I think things were here, people were here, there was somebody here before us that knew how to use the earth as a tool. So that's kind of like what my channel has become. And I work all day, and then I get inspired to do these videos, and I want it to be like a variety show. I like to do games. I don't want to just do a speech, or I just want to engage a chat. Like we do yesterday, we did a racing game. Like we'll do crazy stuff, and I just try to add some comedy because I don't want people to get scared of like deep topics.
Yeah,
You can
because
talk about them without it being scary, right? I mean,
absolutely.
yeah. So that's kind of what my channel's about, and I do day in history because I love the fact we try to put this puzzle together, right? Most of the puzzle, if you look at the past, it dictates what's happening now and what's going to happen in the future. So I love doing day in history. I do a day in mindfulness history where I pick like little holidays or factoids or things that happen in time, and it shows synchronicities with things that happen now. So I love going back in time, like the stuff from the 50s, and looking at that history and everything that happened then, and how has this evolved to our new world of social media where everything's available to us. Oh my God, Yuri Kimani, yes, obsession with oracle cards. I've got like 15 decks now, and they're so each one of them speaks to you differently. So you got to know you got to feel the deck. And I think you probably know that if you're obsessed with oracle cards, it's like you got to kind of break it in and get to know it. And if you get to know it, there's some messages that I've gotten. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. That helps. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Angelique Mani, I thought I should just highlight that. Vincent Otieno, nice to see you. There's a lady who wants you to say her name, because and she won't, she will attack me the entire week if I don't like make you do it, because
Which one?
I mean,
Which one?
hold on. Let me just highlight what she said, because I want you to read it in Swahili. There it
Oh,
is
cool.
on the chat. Yeah.
Do you want me to read Goga Muambi Anitaji? Goga Muambi Anitaji? What does that mean? Victoria Mima. Hi, Victoria.
Yeah,
I don't know what Muambi Anitaji means. What did I say? What did I say, Goga? What did I say?
Just say it again. I love how you read Swahili. Just say it again, because
Goga Muambi Anitaji. Goga Muambi Anitaji. You guys are laughing at me now.
No, you did well.
How do you say it?
What she's trying to say in short is, Goga, please tell Akashi to mention my name. That's all she was asking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Victoria Mima. Hi, Victoria. Muambi Anitaji. You're probably making me say something that's like totally not that. Like, I've played this game. I'm Puerto Rican. I have told people that pendejo is a term of endearment. So I played this game, my friend. I know this game. I love your emojis.
I love that powerful introduction you just made about your channel, that you explore variety, and I like how you said, when you lost your dad, and sorry about that. You started picking some of the things that he loved doing.
I did, but I didn't even know he liked them. I found out because he lived in Puerto Rico. We didn't have that. We talked, but he never shared a lot of stuff. And I found out later, after it was into all this stuff, from my sisters, my half sisters that still live there, that I hadn't talked to in ages, that he was into that. Pendulums, oracle cards, just very much like all kinds of different, he was probably into hermeticism. We were talking about manifestation. He was probably into that, because I don't know if you ever read any Mitch Horowitz. He always talks about this stuff. He's really good. You should look him up. He talks about hermeticism. He wrote, I think, Hermetica wasn't one of his, but Kabbalion was. Kabbalion's a great book to look at. It's an interesting perspective. And again, I think we put God in a box. It's like this energy, we'll talk about Akasha and Akashic records here in a minute, but it's like in IT, right? You have the computer networks. And you know what those chips look like, right? You know, the all the connections and networks, almost it feels like we're connected in a very similar way, but to something so much grander, and that is not technology driven. It's just the big spirit, you know, the true higher power is in that. And my thing about Akashic, you know, why I picked Akashi Chris was because
Yes.
I was reading up on Akashi, you know, people that did a thought experiments and were able to reach, you know, ask a very particular question and get an answer. And it's, you know, go into it, goes back to Akasha, the concept of Akasha, and Akasha being the fifth element. So you got earth, fire, water, I can't remember that. But so then you have the ether or space, that's the Akasha. And then Akasha, so that came from Indian
Yes,
ancient
it's very.
manuscripts, and then it went to Hindu. They've all written about Akashic records. It's it's like putting yourself in a place of meditation and connecting. If you went to this large library with everything that ever has been, is, or will be, exists, that's what the Akashic records are about. You look at scientists or big figures in history like Carl Jung. I'm pretty sure he was into that. Tesla. We know that he was into thought experiments whenever he tried to get answers in these, you know, inventions. Einstein with the theory of relativity and trying to take that beyond. They went and did these thought experiments in which they sat in meditation and focused on a problem, and the answer came to them. It takes, the question is how do you get to that point, right? Can you train?
Yep.
The mind is trainable. I mean, we only use a subset of it. My biggest problem is figuring out what is fake inspiration, like from your phone or from the computer or from, you know, the social media, AI. My fridge is automated. Hold on. I lost my camera. Hold on. I'm coming
No
back.
worries.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, the
Yeah,
audio
it's
is
just
there.
my camera. So my camera is coming back here in a minute. There we go. I touched the thing. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
It touched a cable. Hold on, let me change camera because that's bad camera. Because that would be looking at my waist. There we go. There we go. Am I back? There
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I hit some stuff. So, but yeah, so I called myself Akashi Chris when I came into the space because, you know, you don't want to call yourself your same name. And I'm like, why do I stand for? What do I want? And to get to a point to be able to like go and ask for answers, you know, truly ask for answers. And I think it also requires like a positive, like not bad intention, you know, like a positive intention with a clean heart and without a deep agenda, that if you ask those questions that you will get the answers. But you know, it's a matter of, it's training yourself. It takes discipline to get to those states, you know. Does that make sense? Am I going off the deep end
No,
here?
no. It's pretty
Deep
good
end.
because I love it, and because that's the next thing I was going to ask. You know, like why the name Akashi Chris? Because you know that's one thing, and then another thing that you know, when I first connected to your channel, I knew that this one is just this person is definitely not conventional. First of all, the name of your channel is already controversial as it is. I'm sure you get that a lot.
Yes, I get in trouble. Okay,
Yes.
Of all channels, my poor Bigfoot Michigan Rob, somebody in the chat got mad because of my name in the way that somebody was using it, because it could be used in a wrong way. But
Yeah.
I literally thought, okay, I'm sorry, I'm playing with my little lamp here. It looked like I'm at the doctor's office. Whoa. But where was I going with this? I was thinking about my journey, right? So, a person that was very Catholic, very raised, you know, this is how things are. This is, you know, just, you know, I got my background. And then I never really questioned much until very late in life. I was like more obsessed with like career and a lot of, it's like you got your life to live, like the game of life. You get married, you have kids, you have a career, you got to be successful. Then I realized that it was missing. There was this creative juices because I majored in computer science. And here's where it makes sense. I minored in art to put
Oh
them
wow.
together because computer science is about data and art is about the creative mind, and I wanted to keep a balance, like use both sides of my brain. So that's kind of where Mind Fork is about, looking at things that really make you question and literally like get forked in the head. Because, there are things you're not read, you don't think you're ever gonna look into. Like there's a lot of stuff that I've talked about now that I'd be like, if anybody told me that I would be hanging out with the guys from Ancient Aliens and like cracking up and talking about, what was it, the kimonos and all this history, ancient history, I would have called them crazy, but it happened, and I go to places and I meet people. I've met so many people that I'm so excited about, like Ben Hansen, it just Travis Walton. He was Fire in the Sky was done about his story of alien abduction. I just happen to find myself in these places that wind up talking to people, and I love to talk, obviously. As has been proven during the last I'm just yapping away. I'm just yapping.
It's fine. I'm very curious because when you mentioned the Akashic records, this may be a fairly people like us who are in that space of where we of inquiry, for lack of a better word, inquiry. We may of course I may be familiar with it based on my experience as a yoga person and something like that, because it's probably something that I've seen in the wellness space. But somebody maybe is watching on the chat and is wondering what are these Akashic records and why should I be concerned about them? On a why is it important for me?
Why does it matter to me on a daily basis, right?
Yeah.
And that's in a lot of these topics, that's why they're ignored, because it doesn't change the way I have to pay my bills. It doesn't change the way I have to get my kids, get kids to practice, or you're busy with life, right? But what if we're going in a loop and we're like kind of playing, you were playing our roles, and maybe there's something else. I mean, what's wrong with having a little bit more knowledge about, or being a little bit more curious about what's around you? We hear, in our community, we hear a lot of people having paranormal experiences, being able, when I saw my mother, I'm going to share a personal story. So my mom passed away right in front of me. And the moment that I saw my mom pass away, the look on her face, first of all, a lot of what I think that they said was dementia, to me, sometimes it gets masked as dementia. But I think at beginning of life and end of life, the veil gets lifted and you start to see more. And that's where people, and later in life, they see people. They talk to people that we don't see. And it's like, is it really all dementia? When my mom passed away, the look on her face was a look of surprise. Like she saw something that made her go, in that moment, I'm like, she saw it. I know she saw it. It wasn't at the end. It looked like the beginning, like an unveiling of something. And that made me think that, how at the beginning of life, I don't know if you've studied, past lives, right? You got all these kids that have all these stories. They know all these details about lives they couldn't have lived and they didn't have access to knowing, but they knew. I have a feeling that it's at the beginning of life and at the end of life that the veil starts to get lifted. And we start to, at the beginning, eventually we forget. The veil comes down, probably for our own self-protection, because, you have to live within your confines. We have to make it through this loop. If you were aware of all your past lives and everything that's ever happened, I don't know how you could deal with the daily grind, you know? This is survival. The law, you know, it goes back to universal laws. The law of survival. That's going to take over. It's going to mask you to make you survive. You know, it's going to help you to see things differently. I don't know if I'm like just going off the rails here with this, but what are your thoughts? I'm going to flip it on you. What do you think?
And I like
this
that.
is what happens. I flip it.
What do you think, Chat? What do you think, Chat? What do you think, Chat? And one of the things one of the things you said, and I like that, was, you know, it's for you to be able to access this level of knowledge, because these are like a very high dimension kind of knowledge. Like, it's, and you said one of the things that you normally do is, it's aspect of sitting in stillness, meditation, and things like that. But meditation is not something that is very easy. Getting, you said you work in marketing, you're a techie, you're a nerd, life is always happening. One of the things we struggle with, and especially like the 30 people who are watching us right now who are like YouTubers, and we are always running. So getting that moment to just say, breathe, stop, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. In your experience and in your practice, how is it? How do you inculcate more moments of that stillness? Because one of my teachers, I remember in a yoga class, one of my favorite teachers in yoga used to tell us, in stillness there is knowledge. I never used to understand what that meant at all. I never used to understand what that meant until I went through training. In stillness there is knowledge, and she was like, some of you're used to running so much. That even the few moments you are able to cultivate a bit of stillness, you feel something is wrong. You feel like you are doing nothing. You feel like you're being lazy. Yet it's just you being still. So what I mean, I don't know what's your take.
That's one of my biggest. That is one of my biggest challenges. Is that I am high energy, fast pace, right? And by the way, I mean, this is also cultural. In Puerto Rico, you go fast, man. If you got 4 lanes in the highway, there are 5 lanes of cars trying to go through that. There are no rules. It's like, we got to get there. We got to get there quick. So I was kind of just bred that way. But I have to purposely make the time. I have to make it. It's almost like working out. It has to be. You have to set the time. And it's crazy because you would think it would be more organic than that. But if you leave it up to organic, it might not happen. Because I don't know about you. I mean, like, my days start a little bit crazy. Like, in the morning, I get a lot of stuff done. I plan my day, but there'll be like a crisis. This crisis at work, that crisis at work, that crisis at work. So I know that from 8 to 5 or 6, I can't plan a lot of stuff that's more, taking those moments, maybe at lunch, a few minutes, to being able to say, let's reset. Let's breathe, put it in perspective. Grounding is one of my favorites. I love going out and like taking my shoes off and walking in the grass. It's like I purposely just leave everything aside and like walk and do that. And when I do that, I do well. But do I choose to do that enough? No. Why? Because we get again so caught up. It's like I'm fighting this preconditioning of the things we need to do and the pace that we need to go at. And I was in looking at Tesla's work. Tesla always says, or he always said, if people got the significance of 369, they would know the secrets of the universe or whatever, right? And it talks about the 3. What is the power of 3? Is the power of 3 energy, frequency, and vibration? And it's like the combination of the 3. If you actually can figure out the right balance between the 3, do you actually get to that level of frequency to be in tune with things like the Akashic record, or things like being able to, see that, a lot of people see people that have passed, their backgrounds could be a combination of meditation, could be an NDE. A lot of people have near-death experiences that do something that unlocks that, like it lifts the veil automatically. For some of us, it takes a lot of work. I am
That's true.
attention deficit disorder central here. I am super ADD. That's like, this is the craziest combo because it's like super hyper ADD, yet I'm trying to search for the stillness. Now, right? You always say the power now. Now happened now. That now is already past. Now is now. That now is already past. It goes so fast.
First.
Right, but when people get so caught up in the moment, it feels like forever, but it's not. It goes fast, but it's like your perspective of the moment is like you keep forgetting how quickly time passes. Sometimes you get over things, and sometimes you get over things quicker than others because you're like, I'm just going with the flow of the universe. Death is inevitable. It happens. Is that the end? Absolutely not. I don't think that's the end, so I'm not worried about it. It's just either a loop or it's taking us to a different level, but energy doesn't die. So I'm happy today, and I'm blessed to be here at Sunday service with my friend Goga in Kenya. Who would have told me that would happen? If somebody would have told me this moment, think about 5 years ago, and I wasn't on YouTube or anything like this. If anybody would have told me this moment would be happening, I would have called them cray-cray. Because I would have how am I going to meet someone? First of all, I don't even like to be in Zoom meetings and talk because I'm actually, I used to have a real problem with that. And that's something that I push myself because I think that was holding me back. What is this? Hi, Chris. I was in the VT in time before Chris spoke of her mom and the surprise she had before she came to empower the secret we only see NDE or on our way to our true selves. I think I understand. I totally get it. It's like, I think she saw what was next. She was right in front of me and she saw it. And I saw her see it. And the minute that happened, I was still very, very sad. But it's like, I just saw something so powerful, and I might have missed it if I wasn't looking. I hadn't taken the time to be there at those moments when she was leaving. So I don't know. And life is a mystery, and it's a puzzle, right? I mean, you look at all these places on Earth, the Giza Plateau, the pyramids in Teotihuacan, Tiahuanaco, the Nazca lines where drawings are made, where only people in the high skies could have even seen what it was. Yet they're there, and we're supposed to pretend nothing to see here. There's something there. Our history is incomplete. I think our history is incomplete. And we got to look at new species. We got to look at, who was here before. They knew the power of the earth. They knew the power of crystals. They knew the power of minerals. They somehow knew how to use the globe right. We destroy it. And that's bad. I mean, I don't mean to go Bob Bummer on us, but we destroy it, yet our ancients seem to know how to use it to create these places that are just magical. And I love, I feel like if I went to Göbekli Tepe, my head would explode because I would be so happy because I'm dying to see these places. They're 12,000-year-old statues that tell a story. They left marks. They left drawings for us everywhere. The petroglyphs, the hieroglyphs, the monoliths, the megaliths. They wanted us to see something. We're just not seeing it. Back to you, Goga. What do you want to talk? I'm just like, bleh.
I'm picking your comment. So you have this beautiful comment from Genesis 1. I think Genesis said something.
We're all knowing before we enter the atmosphere that at birth we have to return everything. You're right. It's like we have to set it aside. Like they take it away. But our guides, our higher selves have our collective us. But it's like we don't really talk to them that much, That there opens you up to look for the truth of the soul. That energy never dies. The temple may die, but not the soul's energy. Absolutely. The soul continues. I mean, so I didn't know. I wasn't sure, what vibe. I mean, you guys all seem to be kind of the same vibe as I am here, because there's something more to what's around us that I know. Like, I think we're purposely blinded, because if we saw everything that's around us, we'd probably freak out. Can you
Yep.
imagine?
And that's usually the logic, especially with this kind of things, because you're like, no, no, no. It's not perceivable to a typical human being is never worries about these particular things. So
No.
that when you get to see it, like you're like, oh wow, it's a bit mind blowing. It's a bit it can be scary because it's out of the norm. And whatnot. But you said something very powerful as well about manifestation, and that's a very
Hmm.
big word that is thrown around a lot.
Yes.
I go, people have been asking me, "What are you manifesting?" And, are you, I was cracking a joke with you when we were preparing for the interview that I
Hmm.
like your shelf at the back. I manifest a silver button on YouTube just behind
He
you on that
did. He
shelf.
manifested
Yeah,
that. And,
yeah,
I've got this crazy background, but
yeah. So what is
manifestation, yeah, let's
yeah?
talk
What
about
is
manifestation. It's like you got, um, when you look at Hermeticism, we talk a lot about the power of the mind, right? So it's like, does the mind, is my reality different from yours because my mind has a different perspective? Right? Let's start there. We can look at the exact same thing and see it in totally different ways. So, can we use the power of the mind to really block out that doesn't serve us, like the negative? We were talking before the show. It's like, man, all you have to do is be in a negative place and you will pick up negativity. It just gets stuck on
that's
you
true.
like sap on a tree. It doesn't matter whether you're engaged or not. You picked it
That's
up
true.
subliminally, and that's where you got to be careful about the stuff that you read, because you open something, you open an article, and it might lead you in the wrong direction, and it will plant some negativity in your head. And that seed of doubt is what I think gets in the middle of, the power of manifestation. So a lot of
Yep.
my friends and I, we're doing these Twitter spaces or X spaces once a week where we talk about this, but talking about being able to say, this is what's going to happen. I believe this to be true. This is the only thing I believe, and this is, like, I've said this in the morning, and it's awesome. I'll be like, today I'm gonna do this, and that's gonna go okay. And by 5 o'clock, I'm gonna be done, because at that point I'm gonna sit down and do a video. And I say it to myself over and over without doubt. Like, this is just what's gonna happen. And I just, somehow, it's like I get programmed to figure out a way to do it. And it drives you to find the right path. And that's where I also think about, signs and synchronicities guide your way. So it's like you manifest something, but if you're really into it and you really believe that it could be true, I think your guides tell you how to get it. It doesn't magically happen, but you get to it somehow. It's like things become easier. For me, things have become easier to solve. Sometimes I'll look at a problem and if I manifest to me, man, this is a pain and I hate it, I can't solve it. I am so good at manifesting the negative by saying, well, what if I start to worry? It's like a self-sabotage of your intentions. Does that make any sense to anybody out there on chat?
It-
I want to make sure that I'm not
yeah.
just talking
Okay. No.
smack, but
Yeah.
go ahead.
And I'm just because I struggle with this because I see a lot of and I was telling you this, but manifestation has become such a big thing that it's even it's in showbiz, it's in these motivational speakers using it to make some quick buck. It's just everywhere, but do we really understand the power of manifesting? Because it all starts in the mind. Like what you conceive, you'll actually, like, you can make it happen. And I like when you brought in the space of the aspect of when you're in a negative space. And yesterday, and I'm not going to give yesterday I was in a particular space, and the person was crying, and I get to I get to a sense of I'd like to think sometimes that I'm an empath, because I feel some of those things, in a very
Mm-hmm.
on a very deep level, that it can annoy me. You would think I'm the one who was wronged. And
Mm-hmm.
so you get into a space like this, and you're trying to you're trying to actually like figure out the balance between how do I help this person, and also trying also to make sure that you establish the correct boundaries. Does manifestation come easy? What is the inner work that needs to go in case I want to manifest something? Because I think we speak so much about manifesting, but we forget that
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of inner work that has to be done.
It's inner and it's personal, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I protocols are great. Like a lot of books that tell you how to meditate, in a lot of people will give you advice depending on the different methods, there are different methodologies and you just have to find the right methodology for you, but that's more for practice. What happens in your mind is unique, right? Because you can go into a meditative state, but you're bringing in all of the perspectives of all of your very unique, you're a snowflake, right? You have unique experiences, you're like no one else. So we can't duplicate. It's not like you can read something and make things happen. It's taken a lot of work for me. I'm nowhere close to getting there. I'm not an expert. I'm a person on a journey, and a journey based on like talking. No, I mean, I read, I talk to people, I experience things, and then I start tracking trends in my own life. Like, are some of these methods working for me? When I set my mind, and maybe that's when people tell you, if you set your mind to something, you can achieve anything. That's freaking manifestation. That's all it is. And people always tell you that, but that's manifestation. But it's like setting your mind if you believe it. And I'm old. I don't know if anybody ever saw this movie. Uh, oh my God. Oh God, no, I forgot what it was. There was a movie with the guy that played Superman. Anyway, point being, his storyline was he falls in love with this portrait of a woman that's already passed, right? And he feels like he knew her. So he gets like he can become obsessed with meeting this person that's already passed. He became like in love with this picture. So he dresses himself up and he dresses like he's in that time, back in the 50s or 30s actually when she lived. And he focused on it so much that it happened for him until he sees a nickel from the future, from the 80s, from where he came from. And all of a sudden that moment snaps him out. So he had like time traveled or astral traveled back in time, in this romantic story. But the minute he sees the nickel, his mind realizes he's not in the right place. That reminds me a lot of manifestation. It's like if you leave that hole of doubt, you could easily manifest that doubt, therefore self-sabotaging your results. Because you're wondering, well, what if this happened, this could go wrong. The minute you thought that, it might go wrong. And that's really hard to not do. I don't know about you. It's like there's so many times that you like look at a project, right? And you're like, man, but that might be hard to do. The minute that you say that to yourself, it became difficult. I don't know how to explain it. It became more difficult. And
Absolutely.
you have to correct yourself. It's like, it's going to go great. It's hard to not think of the risks. I'm a planner. I like to think about the A plan and the B plan. If A goes wrong, B happens. But if I think of a B plan, I'm sabotaging the A plan. So it's almost like
Makes
you're
sense.
manifesting something has to be so pure in order to work. A lot of really successful people in business are master manifestors. They manifest their success. It's like they tell themselves they are this, and people start to believe it. They might not be that, but man, people believe it. And if people believe it, it became true. And I know this doesn't there's no easy answers to this because
I like that aspect, because now you make me, now you make me think of YouTubers. And as YouTubers, we may have actually been manifesting and we don't even realize. Like, thank you so much. I see 21 million people in the house. We have that thing,
yeah.
21 million people. We actually manifesting, but it's a very simplified way of looking at actually the power of manifestation, because
Yeah.
one day it may happen. You may actually have the 21 million people watching. And
Yeah, and the thing is that you can manifest a long-term goal, right? And as long as you're manifesting that, the path along the way is like, you still have work to do. It's not like you're going to wake up out of doing no videos and come up with 21 million, right? You have to work on it. But do your guides, when you manifest the right thing for the right reason, with the right mindset and heart, do your guides guide you to getting it done? That's what I think manifestation is about. It's like it guides you that you're either in the right path or the wrong path to get to that goal, but you're still uber focused. And we were talking before the show about the angel numbers and seeing repetitive patterns. Like I see 111 in the clock, 222, 333. I mean, the minute that it hits, I don't look at the clock until it hits those numbers. Do I program it? No. What I'm supposed to do is figure out what was I doing at that moment that I saw that number. And is that the right path? It's like a little call out, like a nudging from your guides that say, are you in the right, are you going in the right direction? Or yes, you are going in the right direction. Like you can feel it. If you're in a positive place and you're in a negative place, you got to switch it and rid yourself of that negative sap, because it holds you back. It slows you down. It just keeps you from ascension. I mean, it's all right. It's about us, ascending, evolving, getting better as human beings, not, caring more about each other. It's about love, about belonging to this collective consciousness and creating things that expand that consciousness in a positive way. This is totally my opinion and only mine. Okay. I'm just me.
No, the next thing I was going to ask, because you said, great business people, they manifest a lot. And, you talked about the whole aspect of goals. And there's your visualization comes in, because visualization is also a very powerful tool that is cited a lot, especially in the space of wellness, as a tool towards achieving certain goals. I'm trying to get the parallels between visualization and manifestation, or is visualization an aspect of manifestation?
I would consider visualization like a subset of manifestation, because you've got, you're using it. If you're a visual person, I'm a visual person. You can tell me a lot of stuff verbally and I'm like, that might as well have been the Peanuts cartoon. Wah, 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 wah. Because it doesn't hold for me. But I was actually watching a video on visualization, funny you should mention that. And it referred back to those three elements. Is visualization, the power of visualization, being used for manifestation, coming down to energy, frequency, and vibration. And I've been trying, that's my newest rabbit hole, right? I come up with these rabbit holes where I start researching something, because there's something in the three. There's something in the power of three. I know that. It's like that's in the puzzle. But what are the three? And are the three part of Tesla's 369? Tesla was very enlightened. He was very unfortunate, but he was very enlightened. It's really sad how his experiments just always seem to get destroyed or, just didn't work out, even though his concepts are still around. It's like, to me, somebody there got silenced, but he always talks about the power of three. Could it be the combination? How do you apply that? Energy, frequency, and vibration. I mean, we always talk about raising our frequency, and that's done, via meditation, via that self-work, a lot of what you do, right? I mean, isn't there frequency involved in a lot of what you do with, yoga? I mean, do you get into that as part of, your study of yoga, or is that more like Reiki and more shaman related methodology?
No, it's always part of it's actually part of the practice, because the whole goal of yoga sometimes is to find that inner balance and to find that that inner stillness. Even and when I look at a concept such as visualization, that was like a very powerful tool, because when I went for my meditation training, it was like a whole week thing. You had to just be trained out to use visualization, and it was hard because yes, you get distracted a lot. And then they're like, oh no, this is the vision, this is the vision, this is the vision, this is the vision. And then eventually it gets easier, of course, once you learn how to quiet the noise. But yes, it's definitely part of the training.
But you were talking about visualization as a tool of manifestation, right? Visualizing
Absolutely.
that what you want, not necessarily other, yeah. So I just want to make sure we were talking about the right visualization. Yeah, because I mean, you got to, in order to really focus, things are ambiguous unless you see them sometimes, right? To me, it's like that whole, unless I touch and feel something, does it really exist? Visualization serves that purpose because you see exactly what you want. You're using that mind, you're using your mind to visualize. And sometimes astral travel is part of it if you're really good at it, I mean, when we start talking about the power of mind, you look at remote viewing and astral travel and all that, some people have mastered this. This is not pseudoscience. I mean, in a lot of the research that I've been doing, these are programs that were paid for by the CIA to study nothing but remote viewing, the power of the mind for use in more military applications. So it's real. They used it. And we all can achieve it. Think about that. Think about that we're all like these super powered. We just don't know that we have it. This is real. The power of the mind is the real thing. And consciousness, again, goes back to Akasha. What was the fifth element? It was the ether, space, consciousness. It's like that remote way of communicating, and this is so powerful, and we don't know how to drive. We don't know how to drive this bus right here. If we knew how to drive it, we'd probably be unstoppable. But isn't that a problem too? Think about that. If everybody think about that, I don't mean to do a mind fork on you, but think about that. Is if everybody's capable of this, do you want everybody knowing that they are? Because you see where I'm going?
Yep.
If manifestation is a real tool, and remote viewing are real tools, and they have used people to experiment on this because they know that it worked. They were using it for spying. It was the wrong thing. But if people figured out how to really unlock their little superpower, it could be a mess because you got people with wrong intentions. So maybe we're kept in the dark.
Lady Posh,
I'm going to loop around. Maybe we're kept in the dark. What do we have here? Does she believe in astral projection? Yeah. I've actually known that people can, absolutely. Astral travel, remote viewing. I know a lot of people in the community that do it. I actually called one of the guys that was in the CIA program that was supposedly astral traveling to Mars. I called his house. I have no boundaries. I talked to his daughter. He's retired because I wanted him on my show. I'm like, oh my God, I got to get Joseph McMonagle. He's so cool. There's a great documentary, if you're into astral travel and all that, Third-Eyed Spies. Check it out for whoever said that earlier. So I think we get stuck in the reality of seeing, yet we can't see the wind, and it exists. Exactly, Genesis. How many things have you not seen that exist? And how many times, I don't know if you guys see it, I'm getting all kinds of notifications. Yeah, we'll talk about that. I'm getting all kinds of notifications on new species. We don't know everything. We're not, we act like we're kings of the universe, that we, human knows all. We don't. So is it spiritual? You think astral travel is spiritual? Well, spiritual, that's a tricky question, Lady Posh.
It is very tricky.
By the way, Lady Posh, that is a loaded question. Because, okay, I'm going to go back to history. The CIA programs, there's been about remote viewing and stuff. It hasn't been it's been a mental exercise, not necessarily a spiritual. You know what I mean? Like you can do experiments. To untie the spiritual side of this is to not see the forest from the trees, because the universe is spiritual in nature. I think spiritual in that it's a mind universe. It's not, to me, it's not a physical. There's a mind, universe in there. And to me that, that is spiritual, and it's God, because God is everything. You can't put God in a box. God is all around you, and it's in everything you touch, everything you see. It's in the animals, it's in the trees. That is him. Everything we see is supposed to be a copy. So it's like, it's the environment. And anyway, that's where I get on my soapbox of, we got to be so careful, because we're destroying that which is so precious. The earth has so much power, and we just don't know how to use it. Then we dump on it, but hopefully we can get better. And I'm thinking ripples like these shows, when we get together and talk about stuff like this, can get people thinking.
I think and that's a very good conversation, because and that's what I wanted to do, because one of the things with your channels is it provokes you to think about things, to think of. And I remember, like, one of the even in yoga practice, there's always that aspect of it's called jhana yoga, the search for knowledge. There are people whose yoga is just to actually go and look for knowledge, especially, and it's knowledge that is not on the surface level. It's actually to dig deeper and understand the world, understand, what's going on around and everything. And it becomes a yoga practice in its sense. And that now brings me now to the conversation. So the whole month of May, we've been observing the mental health awareness month. And yet you have all these concepts. It is either the Akashic records, which help you understand decisions, the decisions maybe on the past, present, and the future. You have manifestation, which is being thrown here, that you need to manifest, you need to visualize what do you want to see on this space in the next couple of years. You need to have a picture of it, and then now it motivates you to work hard towards it. But sometimes, so we get to hear a lot of things, we get to do a lot of things, and sometimes it gets to impact our mental health. What is the importance of these concepts, especially when it comes to our mental health? Because that becomes a big thing. We are all trying to make sure that our minds are healthy.
Exactly.
Yeah. So how do we now move
Let's talk about that. Yeah, let's talk about that, because it's important that we're, I look at it from, in the community that I'm in, we explore so many things, right? But you still have to keep, you got to stay grounded. You got to stay somewhat grounded. You have to be very open-minded, but open-minded with some boundaries, because you still have to live, right? You still have to pay your bills. You still have to do your daily things. That doesn't just not matter. You have all these methods and all these things that are floating. It's like, is the world something that I don't know what it is? Here comes my one of my pieces of the tool set that I have. I always remember a friend of mine bringing up the Tao of Pooh, Taoism. Did you ever read, have you even heard the Audible for the Tao of Pooh? It's so fantastic. Going with the flow. It's crazy, because we talked about, you got to manifest, you got to visualize, right? But part of it, here's where it gets messed up. Part of it is really going with the flow and not fighting the current all the time, and figuring out that the flow is going this way now. It's just going to go this way for a little while, and just going with it. Reminding yourself of what you want, but not necessarily always fighting the current, because what if the path that the guides are giving you doesn't make sense, but it makes sense it makes sense in the big picture. But in my little brain, I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Well, you got to kind of trust the flow, right? You got to trust that you're in the right place. You got to think about intuition. How do you feel about something? That's probably the best. If you're about to go somewhere and you're about to open 2 doors and you feel weird about this one, you feel right about that one, sometimes you got to listen to those. Don't overthink it. Go with the first, because then you start thinking, well, this door's red, that door's blue. Well, this door has a red handle, and that door has silver. Irrelevant details, yet your intuition might have told you what to do to begin with. It's really wild, and I'm still trying to figure it all out, because it is a puzzle to figure out what's in your mind, what's divine guidance, and what's a coincidence or just being in the wrong place at the wrong time versus maybe being in the right place at the right time. You just don't know it's the right place. Like a lot of times when plans don't work out, I'm absolutely sure something bad was going to happen. Honestly, when your plans don't work out, when you work so hard on planning something and it stinks, you're like, maybe it wasn't supposed to happen. And maybe at the beginning, you knew it wasn't supposed to happen, but you forced it anyway. This is where we get in our own way because we try to be masters of this little universe. So I don't know if that makes any sense because I've thrown a lot of stuff. But Genesis 1 thinks so. However, be aware of lower vibration entities. Yes. Lower vibration entities are the people, they're like, I call them energy vampires. They're like, when you're around them, your energy gets lower. Like you can feel it. Like I don't know if you've met some people in life that have lower vibration that all of a sudden you get a feel of, I'm just not jiving with this person. There's something about this just seems wrong, even though you have no reason to. It's just a feeling. I think that's it. It's like, I'm feeling you're a lower energy, or a lower vibration person or a lower frequency person. And I'm just not at the same rate. I think that sometimes that intuition says a lot and we just don't pay attention to it enough. That's just me. Again, I'm no expert. I'm in this journey. I don't claim to know everything because I think until you die, you don't. That moment when you cross over and that time when you spend wherever it is that you're sorting things out, that's the only time that you know all the answers. So whenever somebody says, I know all the answers, I get turned off. Because that means you don't. Because you're not humble. And humility has to be part of the picture. It just has to.
I love that point. That's amazing. Yeah.
If somebody tells you they know everything, I'm like, I really don't trust you. Because none of us do. I don't, you don't, none of us do. But somehow the puzzle, all the pieces are there. And we can try to put the puzzle together. And that's really fun. I find that fascinating. And as a content creator, man, so many topics, so many fun topics in the unknown, and in high strangeness that it's a plethora. Yes, we get shadow banned. Yes, it happens. Yes, some people, some algorithms don't like it when, you talk about things that aren't the norm, but hey, this platform is to cross those ripples and to talk and explore together, and they're not going to shut me up. There's my last words that say, shut me down right now. They're not going to shut me up. Technical difficulties we're experiencing. I'm manifesting.
No, you're not manifesting technical difficulties for sure.
Block it. I didn't say that. Time out. Anyway, oh my God. Anything else? What else you got going on, man?
So Chris, one of the things, and you just talked about it, content creation.
Yes.
It also comes at a cost, and sometimes it comes at a cost of our, as much as we may say that, go with the flow. Sometimes the flow is not exactly flowing, and one of the things sometimes, one of the things I remember sometimes that I learned was, sometimes elevation requires separation, and sometimes you need to separate yourself from certain situations in order to get into your most optimal level, tap into your ultimate power. So I don't know what you think about, when it comes to especially spaces like this, platforms like this, where, there's a lot of, for lack of a better word, there's a lot of ego. And, I like what you said about, if I say I know everything, it means I probably know nothing because I'm not humble enough to actually
that's my call out. That's like red flags for me.
I love it because they say, even in my personal practice, I always say that, you're forever a student and you learn from everybody is a teacher. Even a baby, even a kid, even an insect, even your cat. everyone is a teacher, and if you keep the mind of being forever a student, you'll always keep learning things. Because you're open to you're open into knowledge. But how do we even in this space, in these platforms of content creation, how do we really tap into this power of manifesting? And how do we tap into this power of we have visions for our nice channels, our small channels. We have visions to become famous. We have visions to win Grammys and whatever it is, Oscars or whatever it is, or Emmys.
Yeah.
How do we tap into these concepts, just for us in these particular platforms?
You're gonna think this is just the stupidest way to do it, but I will tell you what. When I want something really bad, that's when I want it, but I don't think about it the right way. I just want it. I'm going to force myself to make a video because I got to drive my stats. That never works, ever, for me. Like, I could put something great together and it just does not work. But when I get that moment, I'll be sitting there and I'll be like, ooh, what's today? And I will look and I'll look at the date and it'll be a really important historical day. And I'm like, yeah, I really should. Like somebody's told me, hey, go check out the day. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go check out the day. Oh, like today, it was April 15th, April 12th, Titanic, the day the Titanic sank, for example. And remember, I had told you that my shorts never really worked. I was working really hard and they weren't working. And all of a sudden I stopped caring and I would just go with whatever that was telling me. And it's like, oh, you need to do something about Titanic because, you love the story of Titanic. I mean, I love it, but it's such a sad story. But at the same time, I had a lady that her son knew the memories of the architect of Titanic. She knew that kid, a little kid, knew everything that Thomas Andrews from Titanic knew. He could call out the plans of Titanic when he was 5 years old. And I'm like, that day of Titanic, I was like, I'm going to put together a video. Dude, I posted that video and it got like 14,000 views. I never get that many views on a short, ever. I gained 130 subs on one short that I didn't even think about. It was one that I was like basically tapped on the shoulder and be like, yeah, this story has made sense to you the whole time. Why don't you do something about it? And it happened. So it's almost like this is hard to put together. But when you manifest purely, you don't have to try that hard. It's almost like it's coming to you from somewhere else. And it's like a combination of going with the flow, wanting something, and letting the guides drive the bus to take me to wherever that's supposed to be. That's kind of like my formula right now. I don't know if it's going to work long term, but I'm having a good time. I love, so what if my videos don't get a ton of views? It's not quantity, it's quality. And I get people engaged. I get like a subset of people that watch my videos and enjoy them and they get something out of it. That makes me happy. I'm lowered expectations. I'll be pleasantly surprised if something works, but the less I try, the easier it becomes. I don't know why that works. The less I try, the more I go with the flow, the less I give it to the universe. That's what it is. It's handing it to the universe. If it's supposed to be, it's gonna be. I'm manifesting it, and if it's supposed to be, I'll get there. If it's not supposed to be, I'm out.
Guys, if you have any question for Chris, please feel free to drop on the chat.
Questions.
Feel free to drop on the chat. Questions, comments. I like what
I love you
Genesis
guys.
Yeah,
I'm just saying I love you guys.
Put that on a t-shirt. Elevation requires separation. Put that on a t-shirt. That's an
I love that. Merch right there. You're making your own merch shirts. You need mugs. You need stuff, man. I got you. I'll work on your store. We're back to where we started.
I love what you do. I love what you do on your channel, especially when it comes to the editing. Do you do that on your own, being a techie and everything, or do you outsource that? Because it's always amazing how you come up with.
I I use Filmora. I use a combination of stuff. So I'm playing with AI tools. I'm playing, I mean, obviously DALL-E, ChatGPT help a lot, and I use some of the images, but then I cross them, like I'll use Reface to put certain people in them. And then I'll use Runway, which is an AI tool to automate, like to animate some of your videos. And then I use Filmora as my main like video editor. And I, I just love putting together like I matched up Einstein with a wild one by Iggy Pop. Being able to put that together, I don't care that I get a copyright claim. Just it's not a strike. Content can be used. Those songs, some of those songs, just make sense for some of these topics. I do because I loved MTV. Remember MTV? Well, you're too young. MTV used to be cool. You're too young. MTV in the 80s used to be really cool. So I do MFTV because those are my music videos with a twist where I put together like stories and music. So Keisha, I've actually seen Keisha before here. Hi, thank you so much. I will see you on replay. Remember in LA. Love you too, Keisha. Mwah, nice to meet you. It's been so great meeting all your guys.
I know. And so the other thing then would be in terms of, what are because coming from a technical point of view, as much as you're working with marketing people, there are certain things that you do that help, the skill actually helps you achieve. And maybe you can give us at least a few tips as content creators on some of the, the edit, your edit.
Editing. Yeah. I mean, by the way, I don't know, what video editing tool do you use? I use Filmora 13. That's my favorite.
I use the Microsoft one. It's called Clipchamp.
Oh, really? You see, so everybody uses. From an advice perspective, is don't get too caught up in all the new tools. Like pick some new tools and try them out for a little while. Like the minute that I started using DALL-E or any AI, there's 20,000 other AI tools out there. Pick one and go with it because most of them can do exactly what you need. Tools that you need, Downy is one of my favorites. I don't know what you use. Like if you're going to use a YouTube video that's already out there and you're going to borrow some media from it, you can use Downy to rip those and turn them into MP4s, bring them into your Filmora and, detach the audio. You can use some pieces from the past and create some masterful, things now. I'll bring up one more. My movie nights, I take commercials from the 50s, like from the 30s, 40s, 50s, like all that media, and I'll turn it into a movie night, like you're in New York or you're in a movie theater or movies at the park. You can mix. It's endless what you can do. I mean, that's why I get so excited because it's so much fun.
I love concepts like the movie night that you normally have, and in fact, I said I would ask you, when I have you on by the panel, no copyright thing, nothing. Like, how do you navigate?
You see, that's where. Okay, so for movie night, it's public domain only. So I find a movie that's in public domain. I will tell you, be careful because I'm starting to preload about 30 minutes of each movie just to make absolutely sure. Because even though it says they're public domain and they're supposed to. Some copyright trolls have embedded music into some of those old movies to where now it's a copyright claim. It's a public domain movie, but the songs have been claimed by someone. The songs within the movie. It's crazy. So you have to do your research really well, preload, and try to find anything that's public domain. I just pump them, I preload them into YouTube before all my live shows for those movie nights. I preload them private just so it will do the copyright check. For those movie nights, I try to go no copyright whatsoever, because one time I got shut down because I was going to do an Ed Wood movie and it was in public domain, but some copyright troll put his copyright claim the songs within the Ed Wood movies, and now nobody can use them. It's terrible. But on the flip side, you could have a supplementary channel, which I'm thinking about doing, having the Discord channel for doing like exclusive. I was thinking if I have a membership, like a Buy Me Coffee membership, that I could do like Discord movies, show them on Discord privately for members only, and don't have to worry about the copyright, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
You do public domain on YouTube, and then you do the other ones on things like Discord or even Zoom if you have a Zoom license. So there's ways to kind of. I love movie night because I get to host. I miss going to the movies the way they used to be. Like the big theater, the intermissions, the 50s feel, like everybody dressed up. That's what I was trying to duplicate. And I have fun doing them because I bring up some commercials that you would think they're insane that they were commercials, that they were aired ever, because they were so inappropriate in the past. But they were commercials,
And the reality then was totally different, because then you look at it and do you think we've gotten too sensitive as a society?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a Puerto Rican woman that grew up in the 80s. Yeah, I think we have gotten a little too sensitive. I think there's a nice balance in everything. Doesn't have to be, and it's not that it's acceptable. The way that the women were treated, the way minorities were treated, was horrible. I mean, the commercials show a completely different society than we were. Yes, some of it is lovely in that the loveliness of the simple, the milkman bringing your milk to the door, or, those type of things, right? Like the old school Pleasantville. But man, they were sexist. There's all kinds of stuff in those old commercials. And some of it, I bring it up so we can see what was done then, so we can recognize if it's happening now. Like I had a commercial for asbestos, Goga, talking about how great asbestos was for you, for your building, for the value of your house. And I'm like, asbestos, like in what kills you now and gives you mesothelioma. Yes, those commercials would say that it was totally safe and tested. So if they did it then, come here, get close. Don't you think they're doing it now? I'm just saying, if it happened then, who knows what it is now? So,
oh my goodness, anyway, good stuff.
I don't want to get you in trouble, so I'm going to stop.
Don't worry, I'm actually getting towards the 10 because it's been like almost 2 hours now.
I know, it's been great.
Yeah, time flies so fast. Jeez. The other thing that
we were going to do an hour, remember?
I know. It's been 1 hour 50 minutes. Can you imagine? Almost 10 minutes to 2 hours, just like that.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, don't worry. I'll just wrap up, and then I won't keep you longer. The other thing then I would want to just know is, you have this amazing community on your channel. It's a very warm community. It's almost like a small, intimate club of people, who support you. You may not have even, because your live streams are not very, they're not like me. You're not like me who has like live streams every like 3 days or something.
Yeah.
Usually, like the last live stream I think you had was like 4 weeks ago. And
I do it every 2 or 3 weeks, every once a month, because I do a lot of research. I do so much research for my shows. Like from looking at historical pictures, putting together videos, putting together media, I throw too much in, which is holding me back from being live. But anyway, keep going. You had a question. I cut you off.
So the only thing I was going to ask you based on that is, how do you foster such a community? Because, and it's amazing because anytime I walk into your live stream, and sometimes I'm probably like I'm a lone ranger, I just walk in there. I guess I get welcomed by everyone, and I'm like, I don't know, like Cindy, Cindy welcomed me very nicely. Yes, yeah, Cindy, and it's all these other amazing people are in that particular space, and that speaks volumes about the host. And I always tell people here who come to my channel that your audience is like it's almost an extension of you as a host, to be honest, because they're kind of a reflection of what you allow. Like what you asked me earlier, your rules of engagement or something like that. You fostered a very healthy community, to be honest, and I love that community, and that can be a tip and a learning lesson for us, especially in our platform. So one thing you said, you do a lot of research, and that's like a takeaway. Like I want to just to expand more on it, because most of us sometimes we want to create like quality, but sometimes we forget about doing like some groundwork, and then you end up getting into trouble. Life things may happen.
Yeah.
But the other thing is also like you get support from a community. It's that community that stays there, and they are supporting. It's that community that comes because it's movie night. It's very, I love it. I love that intimacy of it. Even if it's 20 people, it's just beautiful. So how did you like create such a it's a very cohesive community. And for those of us who are thinking of community building, what are the tips? What are the tips?
My tips are, and I'll tell you, I love building community. That was one of my original things I was trying to do. But sometimes in the community, because people don't agree with each other's opinions, it's so hard. So what I've done is, Cindy, we love you, Cindy. I gotta tell you, you get what you give. I spend a lot of time in other people's channels, supporting them. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. And Mora?
Yeah, you got it. And Mora.
There you go. I'm good, man. I got the name down. Thank you so much. But you get what you give. I'm sorry. I go to channels and I greet people with hearts, and I find the people that look lonely in the chat, and I'll say hi. And if somebody says they're having a hard day, I will give them encouragement. And I think it's what you give. When they come to my channel, my chat, I don't have to tell them. It's been most of the times like, oh, cool, man. There's no drama. There's just love, lots of hearts. But that's what I throw when I go out there. I don't go to people's channels and start drama on their chat. I go and I try to support as much as possible. And I try to show up and make sure that they see that I'm trying. And I tell people to smash that like. And when you give that, it's like you attract that which you give. And I think that's what's happening to me. And I'm lucky. So that's why I don't complain that my growth has been slow, because it's the right people. It's the right people. It doesn't have to be, I don't want the adoration of many. I want friends with the right, that niche friends. And if it grows, great. It'll grow as a community, but I want it to be just as loving as it is now. Just grow it organically like that. Just attraction. It's attraction rather than promotion. So you go somewhere, you get, you attract people. You don't go and promote, hey, come to my channel. I go and I support them, and I don't ask for anything back. And a lot of times, sometimes I don't get anything. A lot of times I get stuff. And I'm fine with it. I'm happy. I'm a happy person with what I do and what I give to people. And thank you so much. Our world is less humanity, so embrace kindness when I see it. It's bringing humanity back. It's reminding people that it's okay to love, and it's okay to tolerance. We have forgotten how to be tolerant. I want to be tolerant of people. I want my channel to be that place where they can come be themselves and not get slammed. Attraction rather than promotion. Exactly, came Jamaica. Attraction rather than promotion.
I love that. Guys, if you have any questions.
Lovely, Goga. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I got to spend time with you today.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad that this happened. And it's just amazing just seeing what you do. The other thing that you do is also keeping the chat. You have, I don't know, where do you get, it's probably your energy, but it's also probably like your research skills, because you know how to keep things active. You know how to keep things going. It is like that race that you did yesterday. Like the
the little race.
Yeah, the dark race. It's simple things like that, and how they keep the chat going and stuff.
I like to mix it up. Eating things. We do all kinds of fun stuff. Like I ate Vegemite, and I asked the chat. They didn't even know what they were voting for. I asked them tortilla chip, Cheeto, or cracker, and that's all I put in my poll. It was like a secret poll. Pick one: tortilla chip, Cheeto, or cracker. Unfortunately, they picked tortilla chip, and it was Australia Day, and I put Vegemite on it, and I was about to throw up on screen. I'm like, never again. But in doing with my guests, sometimes I have the beans game. Like I'll do the wheel, and when the wheel gets to like these nasty, like the Harry Potter all flavored beans, like I'll have them try one, me try one, like a surprise eating challenge. People like to be entertained. You can't give them when you're doing research, and I'm talking about technical terms. I can't bore people with a speech of an hour. Bueller. I'm like, I wanted it to be a variety show. Sometimes I would have like musical guests. Like I have this whole vision of having like it's comedy and music and art and games, but with education and learning something. It has to have all. It can't just be just for the sake of silly. We got to learn something. So I think that's the method to my madness.
Like yesterday, the panel you had like about I think you had about 5 people on your panel, and you know I was scratching my head and wondering how did Akashi put this together. And,
I used to do it better. Look, so here's my fork. So for Mind Forked, my trick is, and I used to have Forky in here somewhere. Forky's hiding. I have a little brain that, my little brain is Mind Forked. So one of my chat members made me a brain with a fork that goes in it. And it says, and this is where I get in trouble, I forking, like in fork, love you. So isn't it? And I use this to manage I don't know where you went. You're somewhere, but I hope you're still back there somewhere. I don't see you, but I'm going to keep talking because this was part of the trick. I have them raise the fork, and then the fork gives them the floor. So when you have like a lot of people in a panel, yesterday I didn't do it like I usually do, but I tell people to raise the fork. And then the fork gives them the floor. So I try to keep people engaged. I don't want people to be quiet and left in the dark. So I'm like, and it's hard when you have a lot of people. Sometimes it is hard to just make sure people talk, especially some are shy and some might be really extroverted. So you got to balance that out without being rude.
I know.
But that's probably because I run meetings at work all the time. So I have to facilitate communication, so I'm okay doing panels, and it's fun. Open StreamYards are fun. People get really comfortable.
And that gets me to my final question, which is really on your take when it comes to collaboration, because that is a very beautiful way of also collaborating with people. Reaching out to people and that kind of stuff. So tell us more about collaboration and the power of collaboration. I'm
going to give you an example. I'm going to give you a good example. Collaboration is so key because if you think about us content creators, we all each have an angle, right? I mean, you got KM Jamaica's doing Jamaica. I'm doing, more of high strangeness. This lady's funny. I like her vibe. I love you too, then more. You should come to my channel. We got to check out some crazy stuff I got going on there. But I have no idea where I was going with this. What was I talking about? I was about to wrap. You asked me a question. What was it? I got distracted.
Collaboration and you're together.
Collaboration. Okay.
Collaboration.
Tuber Chat, the same place where I met you. I met this Rich Cat Ranch. You know Rich Cat? Have you seen Rich Cat Ranch?
I've seen Rich Cat, yeah.
Turns out Rich Cat Ranch was in my town. In Dallas. I went to her place. I pinged her and I went to her place because I'm like, wouldn't it be cool to mix Homestead Channel with a farm with a UFO channel about high strangeness? I went over there, we met, and I learned it's like turning these online relationships into real is magic when you can do it. And those collaborations, it was so awesome to I spent an afternoon with her horses. She walked me through her entire process. I made a music video, a little video, like a little documentary, mini doco about it. Crossovers are awesome because you learn the fact that we wouldn't, our audiences wouldn't bump into each other if it wasn't for us doing this, right?
Absolutely.
It's a mixer. Absolutely. It's like college mixers, right? You had all the fraternities and sororities would come together. That's what I go back to. I think college mixers were awesome. I think YouTube mixers are fantastic. When you bring in 5 different topics from 5 different communities together, think about how powerful that is.
It's very powerful.
You
Like
just exponentially grew. Your opinion, your love that you spread even more.
I love that.
There's no losing there. So I say collab
And
all the way. Find people that you don't know anything about. Get to know them. I mean, think about that, right? Get to know them. Find someone in the chat that you don't know anything about. Get to know them. Who knows what can grow out of it? That's
you
my
know,
advice.
guys, haven't I ever told you this? Haven't I ever told you this? Say, turn to your neighbor there on the chat. We have the Sunday service. Turn to your neighbor. Get to know them. Get to know them.
Get
Get
to
to know
know
their
them.
reality.
Oh my
Get to know their
God,
reality.
Big Chill. I love Big Chill. Like the
I told you-
Catalina wine mixer. I know exactly where that's coming from. I'm a huge Will Ferrell fan. I'll leave it at that. Don't go streaking in the quad, Big Chill. That's all I'm going to say. This is a Will Ferrell comedy bit. Don't go streaking in the quad. Anyway.
All right. Okay. Guys, I am done here. I think the only thing I would give Akashi time to just answer would be let me just check my notes real quick. I don't even see anything.
Love you too, Big Chill. Oh my God, there's so many cool people. You got Good Vibes K. While you look at your notes, I'll go say hello and goodbye. Dagmar, thank you so much. Good Vibes K. Ami's Purpose. Flo and Ted. Ted and Flo. Flo and Ted. Ted and Flo are Flo and Ted. I don't know why.
Flo and Ted should take that as a song because that is now going to catch on. I can predict it's going to catch
Flo
on.
and Ted. Flo and Ted. Just like Goga fragrance. We got Goga. A whole collection of Goga products is going to come out just in time for Christmas. Go get your Goga package and go. Anyway,
I love it.
I'll do your marketing, babe. I'll do your marketing.
We're making guys. That's my new head of marketing officially. You heard it from her. You heard it from her. Yeah, so please be nice to my head of marketing. Please be nice to my head of marketing.
I'm gonna make you just like my little Einstein bobblehead. I need to make a Goga, right? Wouldn't that be fun? Like a little Goga head. That's gonna be in merch store coming soon. Goga. Get your Goga merch.
Everybody like Goga Cola, Goga.
Go get your merch. Wait, go get your merch at Goga Merch. Go get it. Go get your. I'm gonna work on the line. Don't worry, I'm gonna work on that line. I'll do like Mad Men. Flo and Ted. Flo and Ted.
I love Mad Men. That was like one of the most beautiful shows ever.
Wasn't it? Don Draper. That's one of my guys there. Don Draper. He knew all the ideas and how to do the commercials, man. Jingles. I love it.
It was amazing. It was amazing. Mad Men was a beautiful show.
Mad Men was awesome.
I love Peggy too, the secretary who turned out to be,
She had chutzpah because she knew that she wasn't just secretary. She knew she was going to be awesome. She knew she was so much more than a secretary.
And I love how she evolved. Like they really evolved her throughout the show, and it was just
she grew.
Guys, sorry, we are getting distracted there for a bit.
We're talking Mad Men now. Hi, Chad. We're still here. We forgot we didn't go off. You didn't stop your stream. We're still live. Savvy's Hot Kitchen
Relations and.
What?
Hey, say. Can you say it again?
What?
Say it again. Say it again.
What? Savvy's Hot Kitchen. Savvy's Hot Kitchen TV. Is that it?
You have to say it.
I said Savvy's. Oh, thank you, Savvy's Hot Kitchen TV. Thank you.
Thank you for saying it because this channel will get me into trouble on YouTube because
why?
In a good way. If you
don't,
roses. She will do a live stream tomorrow. I will walk into that live stream. She'll be calling. Yesterday I was at Goga Sunday service. Goga, you didn't make Akashi call my name. I was there. I even said hi. It becomes like, but I love this lady because she's crazy.
Love
She's
it.
crazy. And then
I want this channel. Anything that says hot kitchen in it and TV, I am so in. I'm a foodie. I love to cook. So I'm totally there. And make sure, hot kitchen, when you get to the show, make sure you sing the Flo and Ted song. Because that's new. That's going to be a whole segment. Flo and Ted. Flo and Ted doing what Ted and Flo do. We're just make it happen. Just make it happen.
Flo and Ted, you can come and
cut.
Flo and Ted, you can come and cut this part of the live stream, and then whatever you do with
you
it is entirely up to you.
Do whatever you want with it. Make it happen. Do whatever you want.
Make it happen, because you just got a song there. Flo and Ted. It's a very nice intro, by the way. And then you can ask David Ant to put
it's the Spider-Man the poor Flo and Ted.
Flo and Ted. Ted and Flo.
Flo and Flo. Ted and Flo. It's catchy, man. That Flo and Ted. So catchy. It's catchy. This has been a blast. You have to come on Mindful, because we're going to play games. And I'm going to set up a whole thing of games for us, a game day, because you and I have that energy of being able to do that. So we're going to have fun. And I want to learn to know more about you, because I don't know yoga, man. I'm yoga challenged.
Make it happen. I'll be more than happy. To be also on your space.
We're manifesting it.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Your vibes. We are aligned. So it's totally like we will make it happen. We'll make it happen.
I'm looking at your chat. I'm like waving to chat. They don't know, but I'm waving at your chat.
Yeah, they're enjoying just
having a good time, right?
Yeah, guys, if you have any question, I've kept Akashi here for longer. I promise only 1.5 hours, but I've kept her longer here. So if in case you have any particular thing that you want to ask her before we release her, please do ask now. Do ask now, so that don't. But anyway, even if you don't ask her now, do it. Connect to her channel, because she does this very beautiful. She does this beautiful live stream. And she sees everyone. She can be having like 10 people on the chat, and she will see you there. Like yesterday, she called me out. I was like, oh my God.
I call everyone. I gotta make sure I see. If people, if people take the time to come to your channel, right?
Yes, it really makes sense.
And chat, they deserve to call out. I mean, I've done videos that are like totally inspired by my chat. Like they'll say something, I'll be like, okay, I'm still making a video out of that, because it's cool. So you guys are all invited to my next movie night. You guys come hang out. You will love it. It's going to be so fun. I'll try to make it at a time that works for you guys. I do it once a month. I haven't planned the next one. So I haven't planned the next one. Okay. I haven't had one in 3 weeks, because I'm going to have another show in a couple of weeks. And then I'm going to plan a movie night for June. It's going to be summer. I want to make it like surfing, like dancey, like kind of summery, not horror. So I'm going to find something. I'm gonna find something fun.
How do you find balance between like your crazy work schedule and YouTube? Do you just is YouTube the only social platform you're on, or you have other platforms? I know you talked about being on
Twitter,
on
Discord,
X. And all these places. Where do you spend more of your time? Because I'm just like trying to scratch my head around how you balance it all. You said you have family there. You have a lot is going on, and you still have to
a lot. I'll tell you something. One thing that I've learned, that doing this makes me better at my job, and that is wild, because it's like I'm feeding a creative hunger that wasn't being met, and somehow it is making me more efficient. Like I come up with more clever ideas at work. I don't know how to explain this, but doing this thing on YouTube has made me better at my job. Don't understand how. And maybe it's also the whole openness and being less shy, and because honestly, I was terrified of talking in public. You wouldn't think I did, but I get really nervous before every show. I freak out. My husband is super helpful, thank God, and I try to balance it. That's why I don't do shows all the time, Goga, because with my research that I do, if I'm going to do research, it takes me like 2 weeks to prep for a show properly, where I feel comfortable. Wow. That's how long it takes me. Like, because I do it after hours, But yeah, I mean, I try to squeeze it in because, man, it makes me more clever. I don't even know how to say that. It makes me more like I'm faster at thought because I do this, and I don't understand it. But I'm impressed with you too. Sammy's hot kitchen TV. If you want a hot kitchen, go to Sammy's. I'm also available for voiceovers on commercials. I'm just kidding.
Did you just promote yourself on this channel? Like,
I said attraction, not promotion.
You're wild. How did you just sneak in that I'm also available for voice? I mean, it was just, you were just talking and then you managed to sneak in a marketing. Guys, she's clearly a marketer. She's clearly a marketer. She just promoted herself there.
Wait, because tune in this fall for the new detective show, Goga and Akashi. Akashi and Goga are detectives in this new fall TV show. I'm going to come up with it. We're remote detectives. I'm coming up with a TV show right now. Goga, we're like, wait. Wait. Okay, which way? There we go.
No, wait, hold on.
Goga, wait, okay, hold on. Hold on, carajo, now you're making it hard. There we go. Okay, Goga and Akashi. Akashi and Goga. Beating crime. Finding out the mysteries of the world.
Guys,
stay tuned this fall on CBS. That's manifesting right there. This fall, Goga and Akashi on Discovery Channel. There we go.
This will look nice as a movie, you know, like. Okay, that's how you know it's time to chase the guest away, because
this is our promo for our show. This was how it became. This is how this idea was born right here. People saw this. People will remember this day in history as the day that our show was born.
I'm actually going to cut that part. It will be a nice thumbnail. A nice thumbnail for the picture, like how our backs are like.
We have our back.
Yes.
You have to have the mystery. There we go. I can't.
We can't be serious for so long. It's amazing. We can't be serious for so long. It's crazy.
Oh my God. I am dying. This has been so fun. Goes back to laughter, right? Then we just proved it. I just mind forked you guys because laughter is the best medicine. This is what it's all about. We laughed our butts off from beginning to end. There. And we had fun along the way. And we covered content. So it's like a winner all the way across. We got content, we got entertainment, we got interaction with chat, and we got merch. And a new show impending coming on CBS this fall. I don't know how I can get any better. Sassy Global Concepts thought I'm crazy, but I'm not. I thought I'm crazy, but I'm not. No, you're not, Sassy. It is us. It's us. It's me.
Yeah, so just trying to get reactions before we go. So like we have Savi says, yes, let yourself go. It's not that serious.
Yes.
And then Marlon says, Whitey really helped me with my farm because no matter how I wash my pigs, I still go. They still go to play in the mud. So I understand that there are dirty people on Whitey Street. Yo, that is like a high consciousness level of shade.
That was good. I was like, damn.
I was like, damn.
Bam. That was a bam, ho. Hosanna. Bam. There we go.
Akashi, we never say
that was good.
We never say first names.
I'm sorry.
No, just kidding. But you said it nicely because your pronunciation is off, so we are good.
The first time I said it wrong. Don't rewind, anyone. Don't rewind. You might have to bleep that. I think I said it wrong. Yes, this lady is energetic.
You said it wrong, so that is good. It's good you said it wrong.
I said it wrong the first time. I'm like, Zoe, Hoey. Hoey. There we go. Oh my God, did Fred make it? Can somebody? Chris is zany and talented. Okay. Well, zany, not zany like in Xanax. I thought for a second, did Fred make his goal? Can we get an update from Fred? We need a live update from Freddie. Freddie, did you make your goal? We need an update, Fred.
Refresh your studio. Everyone is invested in your mind.
This is like my afternoon stories now, like a soap opera. The Fred saga. Goga and Akashi Bululu is not yet asleep because if who's to watch, he has refused to sleep. I don't know who Bululu is, but I like Bululu.
Now Bululu is the son. Bululu is the son to Flo and Ted. The one I was telling you screams my name.
Oh, the little kid, Bululu, cute. Okay,
your high energy and your craziness. Bululu is not going to sleep, and then tomorrow Bululu will be asking for Akashi on when the mom goes live. These are the problems
I got a lot of cute videos that can be shared with Bululu. I really do. I got a lot of cute videos that are not controversial. There's 69 different pronunciations of my name.
Malon, you are the Sunday. Okay.
Look at Howie. Look at Howie. Okay, Fred, you're not updating us, Freddie.
Blessed, you can just be saying Marlon's name the way Akashi is saying it, and then you won't have to feel awkward about the name because Howie sounds like it. You can be saying Howie because I like
Howie. There you go, Howie. I said Howie. I don't know why I said Howie. A new name. So Fred, did you get? We keep asking Fred. Fred is texting, but he's not telling us if he made his threshold, right? The watching hours.
Yeah, Fred only needs 1 hour, guys, to get to 4,000.
Freddie, did you get your hour? Because if not, I'm going to give it to you right after the show. I'm going to just turn it on. Go on, Fred. I know that Cindy subbed to Fred. You see, we got connections going right now. Cindy's up to Fred. Fred.
Hey, Doriata.
Everybody, you're not answering us.
Doriata is here. Welcome, Doriata.
Fred. I'm going to keep saying, Fred. Give us an update, Freddie. Killing me, Fred. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Fred. I am fine, Joyce. Fred, Joyce doesn't need to know you're fine. We need to know if you made your hours, Fred.
Fred, can you answer the course? The course is getting crazy because of your update. Look at that.
When I get 2 hours and 20 minutes, we got to get off the show, Fred. Can you please tell us if you made your threshold already?
Oh my goodness, this is so funny. And then
much love. You see, there he goes. Much love, good vibes. Fred, I'm talking to you, Fred. Fred, look at me, Fred.
Okay.
Fred, look at me, Fred. Fred, look at me, Fred. Look at my eyes, Fred. Fred, give us an update on your watch hours of your channel. So I can go get some lunch, Fred.
You make it sound, I'm talking to you, Fred. Fred, I'm talking to
you, Fred. And Fred says, blessings, Mom Ann. Freddie, buddy. I give up on Fred. You talk to Fred. Gogo.
Don't worry.
I love Fred. I'm just messing with you, Fred, because you're funny. And now everybody's messing with you because of me. Everybody's like, Fred, we need to know. Freddie. I'll update. Yeah. Oh, my God. It will update tomorrow morning. We won't even know today. Post
it on our community page and tag. Post it on your community page and tag Akashi and I so that we know.
Please, we will know. We need to know first.
Yeah,
we're so invested.
Yeah,
we're so invested, right?
Yeah. Then you can scream about it in.
Yeah, we care. We care so much. I'm so invested in this story. Okay, I'm going to have to go soon because I do have to eat. And now I've probably scared half of your chat away.
No, that's it.
I've scared your chat.
You have a comment here. We should put Cersei, Rebecca Prince, and Akashi on a live stream. It will be boom. You want my channel to be like, you want me to be kicked out of the YouTube? Those 3 people in one panel, I'll be kicked out of YouTube.
Would that be bad? Would you? Would that be a
No,
problem for you?
that's a lot of that's main character energy of 3 powerful women on one live stream. Yo,
There we go.
that's
There we
that's
go. I think it
that's
could work.
yeah. We'll
Oh
see,
my God, we'll see. I don't know, but everybody's cracking up, so we're having a good time. But no, next time you need to come on Mindful. Maybe we'll bring some
I
of
will,
your folks for a
I
open
will.
StreamYard with the Gogers. How
That's a
about
good
that?
idea.
That's a
Actually
good
a good
idea.
idea.
I'll do games, and we can have topics that maybe some of the
You know,
stories out of
wait,
Africa. I can come
there's
up with all
somebody
kinds of research. Mhm.
there's somebody
Every-
who was hiding on the chat and they was asking whether you have giveaways. Let me tell you, these people love free things. These people love free things.
Oh,
The first
I've done giveaways. You know what? I've done pops. Do you guys like these little Funko Pop things? That's my
nice
giveaways. Have always been pops. This is from American Horror Story because these are all the murderers. Um, yes, I have a section of pop murderers. Yeah, I don't know. This is supposed to be Lady Gaga in American Horror Story Hotel. So yes, I've done giveaways. I do like games, races. I come up with all kinds of stuff to make sure that the chat is involved, entertained,
Yeah, so
and
everyone
engaged.
just giving you their flowers. Guys, I hope you've connected to like Akashi
Thank
before
you.
we release her. I love how Kay says, Chris, I love you. Oh wow.
Good
You love
vibes,
me
Kay
too.
loves me. I love good vibes, Kay.
And then
Cindy! I went
we got
crazy on
great.
Goga, Cindy. I told Cindy, I was like, I'm going on Goga. I hope he's
Then
ready.
Wait,
I
can you
wasn't
say
sure.
can you Service was not there when you were introducing yourself. Can you tell Service
Who?
about your
Savis.
Jamaican? There are a lot of Jamaicans who just came
Oh my
on the
God,
live stream
yes.
and they
Savis is
missed what,
Jamaican?
yeah, but living in the UK. But yeah, so
Oh my God,
they missed
yes.
they missed what you say. Tell them.
I
Give
got
them those
married
receipts.
in Jamaica, man. I got married in Jamaica. It gets better. My husband was planning our wedding for a year to go to Jamaica, right? And he puts this beautiful picture of the beach in Jamaica with these two palm trees. Like I saw it all year. We were so excited. We go to Negro. We go get married. They married us in front of the palm trees. Those were our palm trees. We had no idea. The palm trees that he had on his screen for a year were literally the palm trees that they took us to when we got married. He didn't know. And we matched it. We're like, wait a second, is that our palm trees? When we took the wedding picture, I'm like, is that the same palm trees you've had all year? And you could see in the background, like the beach that was behind it. There was another piece of the island out. So we tracked it. It was our palm trees. And that's where we got married in Negro. And it was magical. So love Jamaica, man. Three
Jamaicans
little
on the
birds. Three Little
look at
Birds
them.
is one of my favorite songs.
Look at them
Three
getting
little
excited
birds.
on the chat. It's like Jamaica has been given a shout out by Akashi. It's not going to be
Three
a whole
little
thing. It's going
birds.
to be a whole thing.
I love Jamaica, man. I love jerk. Oh my God, those jerk wings, the jerk wings, the Jamaican jerk wings. Oh, so good. That jerk seasoning that they put, like when you really just roast those wings really well in that jerk seasoning, it's lovely.
Service Out Kitchen is definitely taking notes. For
See,
sure.
Fred's giving you money, man. Fred. We love you, Fred. And Fred, look at me, Fred. We love you, Fred. Look at me. There we go.
Wait, you've been asked a question here. Was your wedding
Was
at
your wedding at
La
Coco?
Palma?
No, it was at the Negro. Oh my God. It was one of the state where they cover all the meals. My husband's here. Honey, I forgot. It's like one of the main. Oh my God, I'm having a break. I forgot. Don't tell my husband I forgot. It was Negro. Okay, it was right next to it was right next to the bad place. That hotel where people always nude. That we were right next to it, but it was one of the main places that advertises if you go and you get your whole staycation.
Akashi, just say that again. It was next to where?
Many places. It was. Oh my God! What is there's a hotel there, and I can't remember the name of it, but we snuck in, but we were dressed, therefore they wouldn't give us drinks. Because we're sitting there, we're like planning our wedding, and we look over and we're like, what's up at that hotel over there? It was, oh my God, I can't remember the name of it.
No, they know it.
Sandals,
They know
thank
it.
you, Sandals, thank you. Oh, wait. Thank you, Howie. But it was Sandals that's next to the nudie place where you go. And by the way, everybody's just fully nude. I didn't know. We like walk in, we're like, whoa, what's happening? And we have to be cool because you just have to hedonism. Thank you. It's right next to hedonism. He knew exactly where I stayed. Howie. Thank you, Howie.
You guys are so wait. Let me just ask them a question. Guys, how do you know this place? Like, why did, like, about 4 Jamaicans have answered the question. 4 Jamaicans have answered the question. How do you guys know this place? Like, what were you guys doing there? But before that, let us acknowledge the blessing before as they prepare to manufacture their answer, because they are going to give a politically correct answer. You are going to explain to me how you know this place. Fred Dangote, thank you so much for the super blessing.
And I'm like, we're like looking from afar, going, ooh, what's up over there? Me and my husband just like totally innocent and pure. And we walk in and they wouldn't serve us drinks because we weren't naked. You can only be served drinks if you are nude. Otherwise, they won't serve you. So unless you're ready to take that chance, don't go there.
This is so funny. Anyway, this is for you, Fred. This is for you, Fred. Before we kick out,
for you, Fred,
Akashi, because Akashi is
Fred,
making me like crack up.
I'm watching you.
Oh my goodness!
I don't know what happened here today, but I loved it.
Yep. Akashi's link, Nightbot is going to drop her house. This is a beauty, she's my channel member, so Nightbot has her link and it's also pinned up there. If you don't have Akashi, guys, click on the pinned link on top of my chat. It will take you right up to her house and you'll get to enjoy this beautiful lady and her vibrations and her energy. If you've not connected to Akashi yet, yeah, connect to this. I always plug you guys with the best. Now Jamaicans have to explain to me because Akashi gave me receipts. She gave me some very hot, salacious receipts that I'm going to be using on Jamaicans the entire week. How do you guys know?
Cards. There, Goga. Here, there's your cards to use against all the Jamaicans.
They called it. They all know the place. They all know the place. Like, how do you guys know?
Hedonism. How could I forget hedonism? Hedonism was a great place. My husband's gonna be like, "Shut up! What are you saying, woman?"
Your husband can hear you like.
My husband's probably at the window going, "Shut up." I'm wondering. I thought he's saying hi. He's probably telling me to shut the heck up.
Cut it. Let it. You know.
Oh my God! I have had such a good time. I laughed so hard my head hurts. I don't know if it's this headband though.
Wait. Blessed is saying, Goga, we know because we are Jamaicans. No. How do you know the exact place? Because it's how Akashi described where she got married. It's like it's next to the nudie place. She just needed to say that.
They were like, hedonism. I know what you're talking about. Been there, done that. Everybody.
You had the coordinate. The moment she said next to the nude place because you addressed, you all had the coordinates, meaning you've been there. The 4 people.
They'll be like, we don't know the place, but try the rum punch. That's all they're gonna say. We don't know the place, but you try the rum punch. Try it. But we don't know the place. We just seen it in commercials. As for Bobby at the bar.
Oh, goodness, this is so funny.
Jamaica TV. You guys, I'm having such a good time. This has been so fun. I'm like, I haven't laughed this hard in a show in ages, including my own.
And it's nice because I like how you say, laughter is medicine. Oh, sorry, guys, you guys were not seeing the link. You're not seeing the link. Let me leave it there. I think I've removed the poll. You should be able to see the link.
Rum punch. Yes, Big Chill. Rum punch. In Puerto Rico, when I say Puerto Rico, I start talking in Spanish. My Spanish accent kicks in. Because when he said rum punch, I always remember going to Puerto Rico and it was like all the commercials went rum punch. It was all related to rum punch. That's like the way to go. Rum punch in Puerto Rico and Jamaica, lovely. Rum in Jamaica is really good.
Why are Jamaicans laughing on the chat? Did she say too much?
I probably did. The Jamaicans are loving it or laughing. Oh, there's my husband, Stuart. He's now going over there going, stop talking.
Thank you so much, Mr. Stuart, for subscribing to the channel. I really
That's
appreciate
my husband.
I don't know how much
he loves you.
Mr. Stuart, how
You've
much have
seen
you
him
heard?
before.
Just checking. How much have you heard?
I think he heard a lot. He's been outside working, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to hear all about whatever the heck I just said.
For me, that is the highlight of the live stream. How you just gave descriptive, explanations, and the Jamaicans knew exactly where you guys were. It's just the funniest thing out there.
It's a nudie place. And it's right next to like a popular place. Then you go get married and all drinks are included. And then there's a nudie place. Heathenism! But we don't know. We don't know anything about it. You got some splaining to do, Jamaica. That's all I got to say about that.
It's like, why did you tell Goga
got
this?
busted.
Why did
Busted
you
by
tell
Goga. You didn't tell Goga this. No, you're busted.
Why did you tell Goga this? He's going to make these receipts and I know
go for it.
There are 5 people here who have volunteered that information. Even Sav Without Kitchen, who is in the United Kingdom. How do you
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm still checking out all these channels. I need some Jamaican cooking and some Jamaican gossip because obviously there's a lot of rum punch and hedonism. Yes, rum punch and hedonism just keeps coming up. I'm going to have to go hang out at the Jamaican channel, so I'll see you there, Goga. You can't get rid of me now.
So Big Chill was also there, but he says he just went for the rum punch.
He went to Jamaica or went to hedonism for the rum punch because we do know because of the research I did that I provided that they don't serve you unless you're nudies. So Big Chill's got some explaining to do. How did he get the rum punch at hedonism if he had his pants on? Even a Speedo is required.
I'm going to look up that place. I'm coming to Jamaica, guys.
Can you imagine yoga at hedonism?
No, Blessed is already saying that. Blessed is already saying that she's going to book me a place at hedonism for the yoga.
Oh my God!
Hey,
naked
Tiffany,
yoga. Nope. Okay, this is where it stops. We cannot go into nudie yogers. We can't go there.
Hey Tiffany, how you doing, Tiffany?
Hello everyone, I hope all is well, Goga. Oh, Baloo's clues. You've missed some stuff, Baloo. Baloo has missed some stuff. You might want to rewind Baloo's clues.
Your husband is volunteering information. These are receipts. Your
I
husband.
think they served us at the inside bar, but they don't allow clothes at the pool bars. Oh, I'm glad you remember so well. Another one that remembers hedonism very well, my husband. What does that tell you, Goga? He remembers it, and your chat remembers it.
Oh
my God!
That's why he was telling you, "Get this out, get it out."
He's like, "Stop talking." Oh my God!
You've already said it. You already said it, and the Jamaicans jumped on it, and they gave me the full coordinates, and you were home and dry. So it was too late. It was too late, Stuart. It was too late, Stuart. But thank you so much, Mr. Stuart. I really appreciate seeing you on the chat. And it was a very beautiful introduction to your amazing wife, who has been my amazing guest on this panel.
Honey. I I had a blast. This was so fun. So I hope you guys had a blast on chat. Yeah, my husband, his memory's not so good. It's been 17 years. Well, you remember hedonism, don't you, honey? We're going to be talking about that in a few minutes.
Akashi, are you going to be in trouble, or do I keep you longer on the live stream so that you can avoid?
My husband knows when we married.
Blink twice. Blink twice.
I don't need help. I don't need help.
Blink twice if you need help.
I don't need help.
Oh my God.
No, he's a sweetie. He is very understanding, and he knows who he married. So, ouch. Sorry, honey. I didn't share too much.
Hedonism.
Curvy Kai. Hi, Curvy.
Where's that person who was starting channels? Goga's Fragrance, Goga's, I don't know. We need hedonism is going to be a channel one of these days. I would be surprised. I would be surprised if I see that channel.
Yeah, that's gonna be a new show by the Jamaicans. All about hedonism.
Oh my God, that was funny.
That was funny. I am so glad we did this. Thank you.
But a great commercial break. The last thing I want you to do, Akashi, is now just, do a call to action. I want you just to sign off and, promote your channel in the best way you know
Thank
how.
you.
And then we'll be able to release you because you've already spent more than the budgeted time with me.
We were laughing. We were like 1 hour. 1 hour, 1:15. It's been 2 hours and 40 minutes. But you know what? That's what happens when it gels, right? That's the thing that you can't plan stuff like that. So you guys, please come to my channel, check it out. I try to mix it up. I'll do like different topics, different days, do, some fun stuff one day and then, music videos. I got a movie night that I would love to have you guys in. I'm going to have a summer movie night. So we're going to be doing some maybe movies from the beach. So I'm going to go set that up. So you'll have a big screen on the beach and we can sit down and pretend we're there we go. Movies from hedonism. That's the concept. I said beach. Now it's movies from hedonism. That might get a lot of views. Huh?
Human focus.
There we go. Nobody will pay attention to the movie. Anyway, no, but please, you guys want to hang out, check out some stuff. I just like to put things in bite-sized pieces. If you have questions about, high strangeness, don't be scared to ask them. Not going to break you. You just need to be open-minded, but know that there's boundaries and just explore. Find whatever you like and just make it your passion. Get some answers. It's going to be fun. So that's what my channel is all about. So, and hopefully you guys will be entertained. And Goga, you're welcome to drop by anytime, my friend. Because you and I have known each other for a while now. But just on chat. It's the first time we talk.
Yeah.
We chatted. It's the first time we talk on cam. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! It's actually the first time we are talking. Well, it feels like we've been talking like forever. So it's
because we talk on chat, but it's like that. You miss that interaction. Like I didn't know we were going to crack each other up to this level. Who saw that coming? Sure. Who saw that coming? So, anyway, anytime you want to drop by, you let me know, my friend. It's been a lovely Sunday service. Hopefully, I've seen a lot of laughs, so hopefully Sunday service is still good, even though it might have been a little wacky.
No, Sunday service was amazing, and it was. I think, guys, what do you think? Because I can't speak on my behalf. What do you guys think when Akashi is still on the panel? Give her flowers when she's still here before we release her. Give Akashi her flowers. You guys
are so sweet.
Yeah.
Everybody's been so nice. I love you too, Sassy Global Concepts. Sassy Global Concepts is a new friend of mine. Oh my God, you got so many people. I'm looking over here. I'm looking over there. I'm trying to see wherever I can see. I love Baloo's Clues. Thank you for the flowers. Everybody, thank you so much. You guys have
Amazing.
been so welcoming and nice, and such a kind chat you have, Goga.
Oh,
Very
thank you
cool
so much.
chat.
Thank you so much.
Very
I mean,
sweet people.
I appreciate, and I mean, keep doing what you're doing, and keep, and thank you so much for also just opening your community to people like us.
Hmm.
And I just want to
Yes.
say thank you so much also for that. I like how that time when we raided your channel, and I was just finishing the Sunday service like this, and
Oh,
then I
did
was
you?
like, wait, Akashi is live, and that's how I was able, because I was just like checking, because I was
That
looking at
meant
where
so
yeah,
much.
like
That
Akashi's
meant so
live,
much
boom,
to me. That meant
yeah,
you
so.
just have no idea how much that meant to me, and it was just really special. You guys are always welcome. I'm going to be checking out some of your channels, so watch out for me in the chat.
Watch
Start
out
like,
for her.
hello. I walk in like Broadway to chat. Hello. Just kidding.
Yeah, so guys, you
I
can see
like
I like Akashi's checking the chats. Everyone is just celebrating you. Let me just highlight a few of them
Mwah.
before we release. Lady Posh
You
is
guys are
saying
so
she's such a vibe.
sweet.
I love her voice. Okay, she promoted herself and saying she's
Nothing.
available for voiceovers, so that's a
I'm
thing that you can
available for
check.
voiceovers, bar mitzvahs.
Yeah, Tiffany is sending
Just
flowers.
quinceañeras, just anything.
Yeah,
You know,
Big Chill says you are amazing, sister. Big Chill is all the way in
I
Canada,
love
and
you
giving you
guys.
flowers. Service Hot
I love
Kitchen, because of how you said Service Hot Kitchen, now Service Hot Kitchen is going to be so happy. That's
Sammy's
amazing.
Hot Kitchen TV's got hearts.
But Service,
I'm gonna go check you
just
out
come.
because I need some good food, man. I need to learn how to make some good Jamaican food.
And I'm going to find out what they make there at Hedonism. So it will be nice to know. I'm just asking. I'm just checking. Beautiful energy.
Don't Google that on your work computer. Just make sure you Google that somewhere. Note to self. Make sure you check what device you're using, and also just make sure other people don't see that. Delete your history after an hour. Just
And KM Jamaica TV has been here I think she's been here for the entire Sunday service. Says, thank you, Akashi. I really enjoyed this. I think she's been chatting the entire time. I really enjoyed this, and big thanks.
I love this. I got all these Jamaican friends, Canadian friends. We're all over the place. Thank you, guys. I love you all. I wish you guys had the best Sunday ever. Just have a great Sunday. Have a great time. Make some good food. Relax and laugh. That's all I can say. That's how I'm closing it. Relax, laugh. Thank you, honey. Appreciate the opportunity, and this has been lovely. And I've laughed so hard that I'm gonna just go die now.
Me too.
Laugh too hard, man.
It was such a pleasure. And thank you so much for being the final guests of the final Sunday service of the month of May. That's a big deal. So thank you so much for closing the month for us. We needed that laugh. We needed that energy. We needed that. We needed you today at the Sunday service, and thank you so much for bringing it.
I needed you guys, so it's totally it's both ways. I needed this really bad because sometimes things get hard, and this, I feel refreshed. So thank you.
Thank you so. Thank you so much, Akashi. You're free to leave. I'm sure I will catch up with you later on.
Yes, we'll catch up later. I'm gonna go because I'm gonna go get something to eat. So,
right,
okay, you take care, sweetie. Mwah. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.
Oh my goodness, and she's out of the room. So Akashi, Chris, that's her. Mindfucked. If you don't have the channel, it is pinned up there. It is pinned up there on the chat. I've never laughed like crazy. You know, it is so weird how we moved from, the live stream started with jokes. We forgot we were supposed to be actually having an interview. Then we remember that we have not even introduced the guest because she just started the live stream. She just started on, and it was just, that's energy. Then I remember, oh wait, you need to introduce yourself to these people because not everybody may know you. Then she introduced herself. Then we got serious, and then hedonism happened. Yo, Jamaicans, I have very hot receipts on you people. You are not going to shut me up. You are not going to shut. I'm going to be on you. I'm going to be on this business on Hidden. How is it that 5 of you know the place? You volunteered the information nobody even asked. You volunteered the coordinates of the venue where Akashi and Stuart got married. Very well. I have receipts on you. I have receipts. You will have to explain to me how you know this place in Negril. How you even know the corners, what the food that is served there. Yes. Thank you so much, Akashi, for the amazing support. I really just want to say thank you so much for that. So, guys, I don't want to keep you on the live stream for very long. Miss Service Out Kitchen, are you on the live stream? I had receipts on service, but I don't know. I don't know how to solve these receipts. Service Out Kitchen, not Mr. Service. I want to speak to Mrs. Service. Mrs. Service Out Kitchen, are you on the chat? Because you are the subject of my receipts. Is there anybody on the chat who owns a Mercedes? Is there anybody on the live stream? Hey, that came out. Okay, so that came out a bit wrong. Hold on. Is there anybody on the live stream who owns a Mercedes Benz? Because we need to somebody needs help. Somebody needs help on the chat. Somebody went and bought a Mercedes recently. Somebody on the chat went and bought a Mercedes recently. Now, this person is having problems with what do you call it? The light. The light that is, this light when you open the door, the car lights. When you open the door, the car lights normally go on when you open the door, right? That also happens with me. Now, Service Out Kitchen, Mercedes, she bought a Mercedes like I think 3 weeks ago. This lady, you go to her live stream, and if it is very late, yeah, you can see her, she's raising her hand, she knows herself. Service Out Kitchen, this one here. The things I have seen on this channel, these are the only receipts I'm going to share before I send you guys on a raid. If you don't have Service Out Kitchen TV, I want you to connect to this crazy channel because you're going to laugh. First of all, this channel started as of course it's a cooking channel, and the husband is always doing an amazing job there cooking. But I think the wife has taken over the channel because I see more of the wife on the channel more than even Mr. Service himself nowadays. Now, this is what happened with Service Out Kitchen TV. So, Mrs. Service is the manager of the channel, I think. But I think now she's technically the owner. Mrs. Service bought a Mercedes. I think she bought a Mercedes like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, guys, I know. Yeah, Mercedes Benz, yes. Guys, me have rich friends. I have rich friends. That's, by association, if Service Out Kitchen owns a Mercedes, I know somebody owns a Mercedes. So she bought a Mercedes Benz. I know she lives in the UK, so it's definitely not cheap. So she bought a Mercedes Benz like 3 weeks ago. And then she decides to do live streams in the evening when it's getting dark. And you all know the way the UK weather can be a bit moody. Now, what happens when it gets dark in the UK? She needs lights. She doesn't have a ring light because when she left the house, she didn't carry the ring light. So she goes about her business, and then she decides to do a live stream because she finds herself in a very fancy place. I was like, let me go live. Then she goes live. Then it gets dark. Then she gets into the car. This is the funny part. She gets into the car, and then, of course, she gets into the car, and then she sits down. The light is on. And then, boom, it goes dark, and then she starts laughing like, guys, I'm so sorry about the dark. And then she opens the door. Then she realizes that when she opens the door, the light is back on, and then she looks like she's using a ring light. So she has to keep the car door open because she can't drive with the car door, open. So anytime she has to do a live stream in the evening, she has to keep the car door open. And then the excuse, I'm sorry guys, this is a new car. I still don't know how to keep the light on while I'm driving. I'm like, these are rich people problems. These are not me. I don't think I have these kind of problems. I'm sorry guys, I don't know if there's anybody on the chat who can help me know how to turn on. I'm like, woman, do you know how many people own Mercedes Benzes and you're busy asking us? I went and called Morgan because Morgan is the only lady I know who can help when it comes to the Mercedes Benz. Morgan is also from Jamaica, right? So I went to call Morgan. Was on a different live stream and I knew where she was. So I went to call Morgan on that live stream and say, Mrs. Service needs help on her Mercedes Benz because she can't for some reason turn off the light unless she's she has to keep the door on. Morgan started laughing and Morgan was like, Goga, you're always joking. Morgan didn't believe that I was actually being serious. Morgan was like, Goga, you're always making jokes. Goga, I don't believe what you're saying. Morgan refused to come and help me. So I was like, I give up. So, Mrs. Service, you need to look for Morgan. Morgan is the Mercedes lady. She's always doing Mercedes Benzes on her chart and things like that. She can help you out with this Mercedes issue. But once again, these are not normal problems, Service Out Kitchen. You can't be asking us these kind of problems on your live stream. Not all of us. I don't own a Mercedes Benz, so I don't know these problems. I never do live streams with my car lights or anything. I do live streams during the day when it is bright, when people can see me. But you can ask, yeah, Marlon is saying, Morgan knows about Mercedes Benzes. She sells them every day. Service Out Kitchen, before you go live today in your car, go and ask Morgan how to like keep the light on when you are doing a live stream. And then it got to a point now Mrs. Service started doing what? Tamika was with Mrs. Service in the car. Mrs. Tamika actually took her phone. They turned on the torch on the phone, and then they were using the torch to so because now she's driving and the car light goes off, so Tamika's phone is the one that is on Mrs. Service's face as she's doing the live stream. I was like, I'm done. I can't anymore. Because I was like, how do you help these people? Yeah, so Morgan, imagine you're doing a live stream and then there's a spotlight on your face because the car light has gone off. You can't, Mrs. Service, these are rich people problems. These are rich people problems. It is your, I mean, I'm not blaming you for being rich, and this is a problem now you have to deal with as a rich person. You know, you manifested, you see what my Akashi said, you manifested the Mercedes, now you have a Mercedes, now you have to start up. Can you, I don't know, you ask people who have those kind of problems about the Mercedes. You can't be asking us on the chat. We don't relate. This is like iPhone people. This is just like iPhone, this is iPhone people energy. This is iPhone people energy. iPhone people are the ones who are like this. They always start asking you, Goga, my iPhone cannot pin the link. Goga, my iPhone is not clicking on the link. They have to tell you that they have an iPhone. You didn't even ask them. Goga, do iPhones accept the poll? Do iPhones connect? Can the iPhone connect to Akashi's channel? The link is pinned up there on top of the chat. The iPhone can work there. So, Mrs. Service Out Kitchen, new Mercedes, new problems. I mean, I like those problems. I like those problems because I like how she said it so casually. Sorry guys, I'm sorry. You know, I bought this. I just got this car like 2 weeks ago. She's been having this problem for about 2 weeks. I like it is how casually she said it. Like, you think anybody just walks into a showroom and buys a Mercedes and then it's like, sorry guys, you know, I bought this car like 2 weeks ago. It's a Mercedes and I don't know how to. This door is just not like allowing. I can't just like stream without this door being open. I was like, I want this kind of problems. So those are the only receipts I had here at the Sunday service. Please, can somebody help this lady? Tell Morgan, if you're Jamaican and you see Morgan on the live stream somewhere, just tell Morgan to go and help Service Out Kitchen TV. Because Service Out Kitchen is always live every day anyway. Just tell Morgan to connect to Service Out Kitchen and then Morgan can help her turn off that light because Morgan deals with Mercedes Benzes daily. So I hope we've solved this. I hope we solved this problem. Those are my receipts. Affirmation time, and then we send you guys to Poland. I want to send you guys to Poland today. This is the affirmation. You don't have to fit in. There's a lot of room to be your own person, to embrace who you are. Stop paying attention to what people see in you. Focus on whether they see through you. Your worth comes from what? Just hold on. Your worth comes from what's inside, not what people judge you for. Save the best parts for the people who appreciate it. Treat yourself like you are a priority. You should because you are. Opinions matter, but trust your intuition. Opinions matter, but trust your intuition. Listen to your inner compass, even if it means disappointing others. Even if what's right for you doesn't make sense to people. This is what you must remember. Being selfish is not the same as apathy. You can care for others just as much as you can take care of yourself. You can be thoughtful just as you can serve your needs. Embrace who you are before joining the crowd. Show yourself the way before you pave the way for others. Because your journey also matters. Your journey also matters. So choose the path that liberates you, even if it separates you from the masses. It's not your path if you've allowed people to fabricate the ground you walk on. It's not your mountain to climb if you let people decide what you should be living for. I will repeat the last part. Choose the path that liberates you, even if it separates you from the masses. It's not your path if you've allowed people to fabricate the ground that you walk on. It's not your mountain to climb if you let people decide what you should be living for. This was the Sunday service